Right, we're back on. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, and I'm afraid you were stuck with me then for a little while with me flying solo.
Google Plus is fucking shit. I don't know what's going on with it. It needs to fucking fix up, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just Google Plus is rubbish, and yeah, I mean, I tried to show people the Battle Cat, and I tried to show them Vega, but then it's like, while you're not there, kind of talking while I'm fucking around, it's a bit like.
It's trying to watch a monkey fuck a football. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Let's just try and ramble on a little bit more about something else while Jordan's not here talking.
Do you know the funny thing is, right? My phone cut off, like chucked me out, and then all of a sudden, Lenny Kravitz is playing in my headphones. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What's just happened, right?
I wanna get away.
I was trying to work out what had happened, right? So it turns out, right? That what is my fucking phone is playing me music from some sort of. I couldn't find where the music was playing from. I don't even have Lenny Kravitz on my phone, so I don't know where the fuck it come from. So I was going through all my apps, going, what is it? Shazam? Am I Shazamming something? I don't know what was going on, man. It's making me laugh, and then making me go Red Hulk, man. I was like gonna break my fucking.
I did actually make a comment about you'll probably turn into the Red Hulk at the moment, and it's not going to be pretty.
I got livid, man. I get cross, and then I have to fucking smash something.
Then I don't know. Then if we should go on to the all those pictures that came out, like a load of sort of leaked pictures.
Yeah, man.
There was loads of like.
There, man.
So where were they? Just trying to find them all now. I've got pictures all over the place. There was other. Is it this one? Oh yeah, here we go. So here's. Let me make sure that's all of those. No, that's all random shit.
If your penis comes up on that screen now, I'm leaving voluntarily this time. All right. Any of your little images comes up, bro, I'm gone.
Little, yeah. Right. So I think some of these ones. Oh no, this is the. This is actually the other week when I was talking about that Batman, the custom Batman with where it's called custom Batman, like Scars or something like that. And it's got the Bruce Wayne and Alfred. So this is the quarter scale one of that. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the quarter scale. It's like a custom from the Philippines, and yeah.
What? As in Halimar?
No. It's another company, I believe.
Someone else.
But it's
that's quarter scale, man. That's going to be massive.
It's huge. It's a huge piece. And then there's another sort of image of that. There's some more Vega. When I was trying to ramble on about that a minute ago. And then there's the leaked black Spider-Man, which was quite obvious that was going to happen anyway. That was always going to happen. You know, that was
blatant.
Really predictable with all the sort of variants they're doing at the moment. It was just really obvious.
I've got to say though, I thought about it and I looked. You know, I was drawing pictures all last night like some sort of fucking special needs person. But I was scribbling in my little book, trying to work out how I could fit that Spider-Man in my room. And you know what I mean? Just talking to myself, rambling, sticking a pen in my eye, and I couldn't get it. I can't get it in. I just can't get that thing in here. I ain't got the space for him. 25.5 inches tall. That fucking thing.
So just trying to. I mean, there was a load of leaked images on like a site where someone went to visit. Basically, went to visit Sideshow, and while they were there, they took a lot of pictures. But it was kind of like, you know, was it really a leak, or was it, you know, strategically where they're doing it so that, you know, it causes hype? So there was quite a lot of pieces that were actually shown. There was the Green Lantern variant, which looks like Sinestro, which is the variant that looks like Green Lantern.
Well, it's the Sinestro, but the Sinestro before he turns bad. The Green Lantern version, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, look good, look nice. Yeah,
there's that. There was in front of that there was a Wolverine, which looked like a quarter scale Wolverine.
Or like white on rice. I'm going to be all over that one. I'm telling you when that comes out. So I like the I like the red and I like the red and brown Wolverine more than I don't like the yellow. Never liked that uniform, the yellow and blue. It's just I don't know why. I just always prefer. I don't know. I think it's because when I was younger and I bought Wolverine comics, that's what color he was. So when they changed it, I was like, ah, shit, I don't like it as much. Don't know why. Well, I'm thinking that's why.
Yeah, there was also a Dark Knight Batman. And then there was notes on the board about a Ledger Joker.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, I've just found all
Have
those
you got
images.
the pictures, Homo, or are you just telling me?
Yeah.
Am I trusting you?
Just to find them, and I'm just trying
get
to
your shit together. Get your
now.
shit together, man. I don't be
Well, you
listening.
threw me off.
People ain't the peeps ain't trusting you, man. They want to see this shit.
So yeah, there's the
anyone with
notes on the
yeah.
notes on the board.
There you
This
go.
basically says about the who's working on the Court with the Dead, who's working on the Joker Ledger, who's working on the Batman Bow, who's working on the Red Sonja, the Wonder Woman. There's like a Darth Maul legendary scale figure there they're talking about. So
yeah, but they've already done
there's
that,
a few
haven't they?
things.
Dude, haven't they already done a Darth Maul legendary scale figure?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's already out, bro.
So that's the first one, which just has notes on a board. This is from a site called mintinbox.net, which soon after the images got. That's not the one.
Oh, who's that?
Oh yeah, this is a custom. Go back. This is a custom Mr. Fantastic I'm looking for someone. So if anyone's got this custom Mr. Fantastic, let me know. I'm trying to get hold of that for someone.
You mean if they've got it and want to sell it?
If they got it and they want to sell it, because apparently it's quite a tough piece to get hold of.
Who's done it? Who made that?
It's by ASM Studios. I've emailed the company and apparently they don't have any. They just said no, they're well sold out. And then you've also got the just trying to find what else there was. There was so all those images I can't find them now. But then there was new images of Thanos for you. Yeah, once we did. So there's new images of Thanos here, which looks like another convention. So they've got those coming up. So I just want to show you those, and then I'll stop fucking around with the camera because it's getting a bit messy. So yeah, there's the new Thanos. You can see there it looks like he's got 3 heads, 2 arms, and looking pretty good.
Wait a minute. Wait. Go back, man. So what's your rush, man? Calm, man. Calm. Let me see. So they got. Is I can't see very closely. Is there 2 of them with a mask and 1 unmasked?
It looks like it, yeah. It looks like one with the mouth open.
Yeah. I like it, man. Looks good. Looks real good, man.
There's that.
Looks real good.
There's another one next to Black Bolt, which that Black Bolt looks really good.
Bolt looks fucking serious, man. I've been hearing all this shit about
there's
it.
There's the close up of the heads.
Yeah.
Then you got the 2 together, close up of the face. Then you got this Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator coming out from.
Well, I just fucking spoiled it. What was that? What was that by?
It's from Chronicle Collectibles. It's quarter scale.
It's the old Arnold one. That's from Genesis, then.
Yeah.
Genesis
so
one,
I'm going to stop doing pictures now because they're going all over the place and I can't find out where I actually put them all.
Get your shit together, man.
My shit together, yeah, fucking up all over the place. And with you getting thrown out of Google Plus, you've thrown me all over.
Well, dude, I was listening to Lenny Kravitz for about 5 minutes trying to find where the fuck that was coming from. That was hilarious. I was just going, where's this coming from? I think it was Lenny Kravitz. It sounded like Lenny Kravitz. Fuck knows who it was. I eventually found it in music, which I didn't even know I had. I was just looking in music and it was there. It was just playing some shit, not like some song I've never heard before. I was like, right, this is a problem. So my phone just went a bit crazy, or AI, bro, taking over my shit.
Taking over the world, man. Taking over.
Man. I think to myself, bro, it's that fucking Thanos, man. It's serious.
Well, apparently they're going to be showing another one. I've just found all those pictures.
Well, come on, then, put them up, man. I want to see it.
All right, here we go. Let me go
Share,
on to
man.
it.
Share.
So,
People can trust you, bro.
they shouldn't.
You in technology, man. You're meant to be good at this sort of stuff. I suck at this shit. You're meant to
I
be
used to
good
be.
at it.
I'm getting too old for this stuff now. So I do that. So we're going to go into there. Here we go. There we go. There we go. So this is all the images.
All right.
And I can't click on
Just
any.
click on one. All right. Okay. So what we got there? All right. We got the notes. We got that's the one. The one next to Batman. That's the one. Yeah. That's the one where you can see the Green Lantern and sort of Wolverine-ish, sort of.
Yeah. Fuck's sake! I'm just trying to.
There you go. What Google Plus is like, bro.
There you go. So that's the one we've already seen.
Yeah, fuck that. Move on. Seen that shit.
And right there. So there's the Black Spider-Man, and then here's one which which you can see looks like the Green Lantern variant and the Wolverine. As you can see, they're quite.
Like, Wolverine looks big, man.
Yeah,
Wolverine looks big, man. 23, 24
there's
inches.
The Batman and Freddy
Krueger.
Quite a lot of people on the groups actually thought that was the Riddler.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them were going, "Oh wow, they're making a Riddler."
Nah, it's Freddy, isn't it? It's got a hat on.
And then this one, again, it's all like you can't see it, but this makes me think that it is actually kind of staged because of the way the images are, so you can't really make a lot of them out. So that makes me feel like it is a bit staged to like give like a. So this is like a He-Man, which could be from looking at that.
Dude, that don't make any sense. Like, it's staged because you can't see jack shit.
No, because then
badly.
because then what they do is they kind of.
You'd be like, oh yeah, this is definitely like this. What are you talking? If it's staged, surely they should show you what is there.
No, because then it causes more speculation, doesn't it? If they kind of don't show it properly, and they kind of show kind of like a little part of it, then people are going to be talking about it more. And if it's like it's still in production, like it is there, then it's going to be like, well, still in production. They can still change some ideas. Then again, Sideshow are not very good at actually listening to people, are they? But with Sideshow, it seems to be if that's the way it's going to be made, it's going to be made that way, rather than like with someone like XM who will actually change it.
Yeah, but I'm hearing all these things about the same thing with the Black Bolt, ain't I? I'm hearing the same thing about them taking away part of the base and changing some of the concept, and people have already put their money down for that. People have already seen the concepts and gone, yeah, I want it, and then they've changed it. Like, that door swings both ways, son. It swings both ways.
Well, I think what happened, because what happened with the XM sort of piece was the fact that with the Black Bolt, they kind of looked at it. They said they wanted to change something on that, and then they changed it. Yeah. But now they're going to make it so you can display it two ways.
Yeah, I heard that they're taking part of the base away, and then you can put it up on top or some shit. I've heard all this. I was thinking about this as well. I mean, I guess it looks great. I didn't see it before, but it looks. Well, the picture you just showed me now looks great, man.
That Black Bolt does look really good. I mean, it does look like quite a special piece. I mean, XM. I mean, they do very good work. It's just that the price. It's literally to get an XM piece will cost me, two pieces or more. If I'm going to go for some older pieces, it's going to cost me a lot more. And some, we're still relatively new to this, and I'm not really willing to pay that much for one piece. It's just.
Do you know what, bro? It's each to their own, man. But I don't care how long I'm doing this for. I'm never going to be ready to spend that type of money.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that Thanos for me is the Grail of Grail. I mean, for me, has their, as their ideas. I mean, for me personally, that would be my jewel. I mean, I'm very interested to see what Sideshow put together. I mean, just you might know this. Is XM going to be at this San Diego Cup? They're not, are they? Because they can't. They have got no license.
No, because probably not, because they don't have a license yet to sell in the US. So they've only just sort of got the European license, so they could sell in most places in Europe except for UK. So it doesn't really help us out. But hopefully that'll be sorted soon.
Okay.
Once that's sorted, we can get things cheaper. It's also quite, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes because there are a lot of people selling things through, from XM. And it's just unnecessary to have to go through these middlemen. Sometimes you're paying top dollar because you're doing that, but then also it's a bit of, well, this person will sell to their, the people that they already have. So it's already lined up for people before. It's literally like, even though the pre-order date will be this Friday, that piece is already sold out 2 months ago, which kind of happens.
Sure.
And it's a bit like, what's the point of having a pre-order date if they're already going to sell out? They just because they have allocations, and it's like, it's all about who they know and who deals with it. And
sure, mate. Yeah.
It's quite sad, really. But and then also that's why the prices get bumped up, because the American market is so huge. I mean, the American market in anything is huge. So, but then if there's like, I don't know, a group of collectors who want that over there, they're going to pay the premium to get over there, which will bump the price up. And same with UK as well. But
yeah, man,
that's how it is. But
I like the stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie. But then again, you know what? I've got to say, there's very few companies that I don't actually like any of their stuff. I mean, I was looking on YouTube. I was looking on Sideshow's website today, right? And they've released a Hot Toys Scarlet Witch, man. That thing looks crazy, bro. That thing looks crazy. Like ridiculous likeness on that. Ridiculous. Honestly, the faces and some of the work that go into them Hot Toys, they're badass, man. I'm not even joking. They are serious business. They look really good, really good.
I think with the Scarlet Witch, it literally looked. I saw a few pictures on my phone, and when I'm on Facebook, I'm kind of like really sort of scrolling through a lot of stuff, and I had to go back to it. I thought it was like photoshopped.
Yeah,
I thought it was just someone fucking around, and I went back. And I'm like, what the fuck are they playing at? And I'm like, looking at them, like, oh, actually, that is the actual head for it. I was quite impressed. So
same, mate, same. Really.
But
no, like, was it as well? Gentle Giant do some amazing stuff as well. Some Gentle Giant, Cobra Kid do some great stuff.
Well, the Gentle Giant pieces. I mean, because Gentle Giant, I think, only release like 2 pieces a year or something. They don't have that many pieces they release, and they released the Black Widow, which is arguably the better of all the movie Black Widows out there. And they released that one from 300, the new 300 movie. What's her name?
Eva Green.
Eva Green. Yeah, they released the Eva Green one, and that piece. I mean, that cost like $800 already.
I saw someone had that, man. I saw someone review that not too long ago. It's really
George
nice.
Got it.
Was it?
I think George got
Georgie
it.
Boy's got it. Greek George, isn't it?
Great for Sidus. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it. It's a really nice piece, man. It's a really nice piece, yeah.
No, it is. I mean,
he loves all that. The film's shit, by the way.
I've heard it's meant to be really good, the second one.
Listen, other than the fact that them two they get it on and whatever, it's a little bit volatile and stuff like that. And Eva Green's hot. Other than that, the film's awful. I mean, was it the dude? Who's the dude? The star in it? You just don't believe it at all. Like if he was like, them big rallying speeches where you lay down your life for your fucking your general. If he was my general and he was like, and he was doing all this speech, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm off, I'm done. I ain't fucking running in there for you. You know what I mean? With Gerard Butler, man, I was like, I was with you, man. Let's go do this shit. But with him, I was just like, I just want to pack up my nuts and leave. That's just not happening, man. That's just not happening, man.
I watched Chappie the other day, which
that just looks sad.
Well, I mean, it's not really your. I don't think it's your sort of film because you don't like District 9, do you? And you don't probably like Elysium.
I haven't seen it. I did like Elysium. I liked the fact it was gritty. Elysium. I liked the fact it was a bit gritty, a bit dirty, a bit realistic. But other than that, not too much.
I don't know. I do really like. I really like the director's styles. I mean, I really like this District 9. Chappie's got some really good bits in there. I mean. It's a good story. Not a great story, but there are parts that could be bad. But it's all round. It's watchable. It's great. Good to watch. Good effects. Definitely watch it. There's like it's got like a lot of elements of like RoboCop in it with some of the stories.
That's why you'll love it, man.
Yeah, there's like a big Ed 209 kind of thing in it called the Moose.
Oh, really?
That's pretty
What's it
cool.
called?
Yeah, the Moose.
The Moose.
Yeah. And it was also quite good because I mean we were watching it and Hugh Jackman comes up and I'm like, oh fucking hell, Coulson's going to start perving now. But then he's got a mullet, so it was like, yeah, okay, it's all safe
Yeah.
now. There'll be no perving.
I don't
No
think you
perving
are
going
safe,
on
man.
now. Well, there was
Listen,
a part where he leant on the table and his fucking tricep was ridiculous. He's like
dude,
leaning
I'll
on the
tell you,
table.
I watched it. I just before coming to do the chat, I was watching Days of Futures Past as quickly as it was on Sky Movies, man. And he's just in ridiculous condition. His body fat percentage must be about 4%.
Yeah,
must be about 4 to 6%. It just looks absolutely shredded, man.
I think Ryan Reynolds in Blade 3 was like 2.7 or something ridiculous. He was like really crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean, Wolverine. I mean, Hugh Jackman's he's so. I mean, it literally looks like an anatomy project. You can see all the veins, you see everything everywhere. It's like, gee, I mean, that guy, it just barely looks like he has any skin on his body. It's crazy, man. He didn't piss about, mate. He took it seriously. Fair play.
You got to remember, he's nearly 50 years old as well.
Well, I do lots of strength and conditioning for like actors and stuff like that as well. Actors and stunt people, especially over in the UK. And some of them take it really serious and some of them don't. And you just look at Hugh Jackman, you're like, man, that guy, he dieted. He took this shit seriously. He weren't playing. He worked hard. He trained every day. He really did his work, man. No doubt. Fair play to him. Because he's not young. I don't know how old is he? You'd probably
he's nearly 50, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is, mate. I think he's about 47, maybe 47, 46. But I mean, that's a body a 26-year-old would be proud of.
But he's like married to a woman who's like about 56. He's married to this woman who's like 10 years older than him, isn't he? And there's a lot of like things online about, where they're sort of saying about good-looking celebrities who date ugly people, which is quite harsh.
Nice.
And then they say
that's real nice.
No, but there's like those articles, and you're like, and it's normally got like someone like, Celine Dion or someone when she was younger, and she was dating that producer who was like about 60 years old when she was 20. Or whatever it was, and then
dude, you want to make it to the top?
Yeah.
you want to be number one? So you get it done. Love it, man. I've been watching.
Well, how do you think we got so many subs, man? How do you think it happened? I've been putting myself out.
In fairness, man, that's a good point. Actually, we should say a massive thank you to like everybody who watches these chats and and subscribe to us because. I think we're on about 996 subs, man. So we're like 4 away.
I think we're 6 away.
1,000, which is amazing, man. It's amazing. It's such a short amount of time as well. Because we've only me and you have been really doing this channel for like a year, together. So and I think you've had the channel for about 2 years, but you were pissing about for the first year on your own. You had about 3 subs, and one of them was me. I'm sure the other one was your mother.
Yeah, well, one of them was me, one of them was you, and then one of them was like, I think Akira 10, and it's Cisco.
From the beginning, yeah, man.
I think it's
Cisco, yeah, that girl. Yeah,
and
was for a long
Akira 10 and Andre K. I'm not going to start doing names now because I will forget people.
Well, you better know 1,000. You better have 996 ready.
I'm going to name them all off now. But yeah, they're the names that all came up right at the beginning. I think Akira 10 actually commented right at the beginning, and he was one of the ones who was like, "Yeah, good video, buddy," or something like that. And it was like, "Oh yeah, that was my kind of piss take video for George," just because I couldn't send it to him, and I put it on YouTube, but done some sort of stupid accent, and then he sent me through the instructions for that damn Carnage piece.
Schematics. That's what you call it. Schematics. I remember.
Well, I couldn't work it out for shit. I tried, literally trying to. It was literally like, yeah, that one don't go anywhere. What the fuck is this for? And then you sent me the instructions.
At least he sent that to you, man. When I did my Carnage from Sideshow, man, I had none of that. I had me and Gary Speed, another one of our subs and damn fine guy. Yeah, but 2 idiots and a Carnage statue just don't work. Honestly, it just don't work, man.
Lucky I went there.
Me and him had some serious problems, man. I was sweating. I was all red.
I think
like,
Gary
he had his
told
head
me
in his
as
hand.
well.
He was crying. He just like we were,
I think Gary
was,
said to me that like he was like literally patting you on the back, going, "It's gonna be all right, George. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, buddy. We'll get through this together."
It was bad, man. It was really bad. I mean, it's another thing at the minute as well, because I've been obviously with the Wolverine thing that picture you showed earlier. I was thinking I've been trying to think how I would maneuver things, yeah. Because I was thought to myself, let's put it this way: this is how my mind was working. I was thinking, right, let's say that red and brown Wolverine comes out, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Carnage, and then I'm going to put Wolverine either there or above it, and I'm going to move Carnage under the Green Goblin. So then I'd have like things like Wolverine, Sabretooth, Deadpool, and like Colossus around. They're about in similar sort of universe, similar sort of, you know, game. Then I thought about moving that Carnage, and I just were like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that because that's serious.
Well, it's also, I mean, I originally sort of started moving all the shelves around, putting those kind of adjusters things on there, which are like boat cable clamps or whatever they are. I started putting those on originally, and then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to keep it that way and for now until I get really tight for space. But then I've got all the pieces which are not they're too big to actually adjust the shelves anyway. So it doesn't help me at all to actually adjust them. So with you, I mean, you got pieces you can get 3 on, but because I've got all the bestas and things, I need to put the smaller pieces in the bestas anyway and use that for the bigger pieces. I'm probably going to need to buy another 2 D-tops for when when Sub-Zero and Scorpion come in. There'll be other pieces that come in, and
it'd be great, man.
I'm just trying to work out my room really. I mean, luckily I've got a load of Tombadors, so I've got all the backups for that. So we'll see what happens. Definitely.
I don't know, man. One thing about me, I really don't like moving things. I really don't enjoy moving anything. But when new things come out, I'm thinking to myself, I'll put Colossus up on the top of the D-tops in his own personal display. Then I'll have Wolverine next to him in his own display, the X-Men thing together. But then you just think to yourself, if you think about these things too hard, you're going to end up breaking something. You really will.
Just going back, so you said about Colossus. I was going through a load of images. I was looking up Mr. Sinister, and someone's actually customized the premium format Colossus into Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, there's definitely. I mean, the haircut and the. Yeah. You definitely could do it. It would look amazing.
I haven't seen the finished. I didn't see the finish. I just saw that they put like a gem on the chest. Kind of sanded.
That's a good piece, though.
They sanded him. They sanded him down. Sanded him down. They put like a big collar on him. But other than that, I didn't see any more shots of that, and I just came across that by mistake. But
yeah, that'd be nice. I like Mr. Sinister's quite a big deal as well. He's a big character, isn't he? So that would be quite nice.
That'd be very cool. I mean, it'd be very cool to for them to actually put in the movie. I mean, if they do like one of the X-Men movies with him, then that would be very, very cool. But I literally moved all my pieces around, and I probably moved every single piece, not including the D-top, and not including Silver Surfer. I moved all of these 3 around. The other 2 around there, all the ones under my TV, the ones behind here, I moved them all around, and then I realised after a while, I was like, yeah, I should have just left them where they were. They looked much better. and then I just thought to myself, fuck. And then I overly committed to myself where I thought, like, I'm not putting them back.
Yes.
I'm not putting them back. I'm going to make it work.
I don't do. See, I don't do the physical stuff until I've done the prep, man. So unless I'm 100% sure, I don't move nothing because that reason.
I ended up. I don't know if you can see, but I ended up putting my books across the top there.
That actually looks really good.
Well, that's only going to
be temporary.
Great. That's only going to be temporary. When other pieces come in, that space is going to be needed for to put some immortal display up there, you know, and having.
You're thinking about cancelling your Hulk, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it, and I was considering it, but I don't know. I mean, I'll see what happens. I mean, I'm thinking about it. It's just like, you know, I'm moving further and further away from comics. I've still got a few comic pieces, and even though I am a really big comic fan and a really big film fan, I had to make a decision on where to go, because it's like I can't buy everything I want. You know, if I keep buying everything I want, I'm just going to be fucking well broke. So, you know, I just need to kind of restrict myself a little bit. Yeah. So I mean, Iron Man I could get away with because that was a movie piece.
Yeah, good point.
You know,
especially your one, the Mark 1 is a little bit more movie than anything else, because obviously you've got, if you have him masked into like the Mark 42 or the Mark 3 or whatever it is that he's in, it can be, you know, people will just think it's a comic piece. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, and but then I've got the Thor coming. Oh, here we go. GunShy's
What's up, fellas?
Hey, how's it going, man? You good?
You all right, man?
Yeah, good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good. We were just rambling on about a load of stuff, and George got kicked out of Google Plus earlier, so yeah,
a lot of fun, bro.
It's a wonderful system.
Oh, it's terrible. God. It's terrible.
Well, welcome.
Well, thanks, guys.
What's your name, brother?
Marcus is my real name, so you guys can call me that from
now on if you want to. Nice, man. It's a nice name. That's all right, man. So we've been watching a lot of your stuff recently, bro. Welcome.
Appreciate that.
The RaddTitan Collectors chat as a guest. Really, it's an honor to have you on, man. So thanks for coming on, bro.
I appreciate being with you guys. You guys are awesome. I love your guys' stuff.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Well, you had a little. I was just thinking about this actually before you come on. You had a little change in your collection, right? Because you started going a little bit pop culture shock at the start. So I remember me and you were talking about the bases for a long time, right?
Yeah. I had. I think I had 7 pieces, and then I just kind of got tired of their internet, so I I gave up on them. I sold all the pieces I had. I just kind of got tired of.
Probably the news you don't want to hear, but they've actually sorted out their website now. But.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
But I mean, it took them probably a year and a half, 2 years to get it fixed. So just
probably longer, man.
It's still not properly done. I mean, when you log in, you still can't see all your orders. It's still not working properly. I mean,
yeah, and you're still not guaranteed to get any pieces, because you went in for the Akuma, didn't you? And that was that the Akuma that tipped you?
Yeah, I tried to go both days on the Akuma because they had the double, because they messed up, so they had the dual day pre-orders for that, and I missed out on both of them. And
I missed on both of those as well.
And then everyone was online just going, I got 4 of them, or I got 5 of them. It's like, okay, I'm done.
That hurts, that shit, doesn't it? That hurts, that.
I'm done with that.
That's a swift kick in the nuts, that is, yeah.
But there's, I don't have anything against Jerry or his company. I love his stuff. I just kind of got tired of, if I can't give you my money, then I'll give it to somebody else. So that was just kind of my feeling.
Now you've started. You've got a few I mean, obviously, when we have a guest on the chat, we sort of run through sort of a Lipton-like questions. From like the actors studio.
Shoot.
So. What is it that you collect, my brother? What is your genre, or at least the companies that you collect from?
I'm collecting pretty much from every company now. I'm sticking mainly with just superhero statues. So DC, Marvel, those are my main 2. But I'll collect pretty much anything superhero. I collect Sideshow, XM. I have a couple of Moonlight's pieces. I'm getting some Holly Mon's pieces when they get coming out. So. I think everyone kind of progresses through their collection. They start with 1 or 2 companies, and they learn about all the other pieces and collections and artists out there, and it just kind of goes from there.
Do you say Moonlight?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same as Salt and Pepper, or no?
Yeah, that's Andre, and that's his company. There's a couple guys involved in it. Andre, as far as I know, is pretty much kind of the main sculptor guy. He went by Moonlight for years. I just call him Andre. But real good guy to deal with. I saw some of his pieces. I think who put up the first one? Francois put up that Green Lantern a few years ago.
Yeah, that's a lovely piece. You've got that. I've seen your review.
I got the Generation 2 of it. But yeah, so I just hit him up probably 3 months ago and just said, hey, you know, I really like your stuff. You know, can I get some of your pieces? What do you got? What are you still making? And it just went from there. I got the Green Lantern from him. I have, he did a Supergirl a few years ago.
Yeah.
I'm getting one of those from him.
Yeah.
And he did a real limited run of an Archangel piece. I think he did like 4 years ago, and I really loved that. So he's going to make.
I have to check it out because I haven't seen that. I have to see that one. I have to have a look at that.
His main pieces are the that everyone sort of shows around the Green Lantern, the Supergirl, as you say. I think there's a really good Punisher as well, if I remember.
He has a really good dark side, a really big, and that one's becoming real popular. A lot of people want that one now, since they passed on the Sideshow piece.
Well, I didn't. That one coming.
And it has a light up base, and you know, I'm kind of debating behind the two because you know his piece is just about the same price as the Sideshow one. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
I only got that dark side because I used some partial refund and some points to do it, so I ended up getting that dark side for around $400. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it.
I did the same thing, George. I like it. I don't think it's going to be, you know, the end-all, be-all dark side piece, but, you know, it's good. And it could be bigger. But, you know, the way they have it, the sculpt on it, there's no premium, you know, there's no material on it. I don't think they're going to mess it up. I think it's pretty much going to come up just the way that they've shown it.
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be any real issues with it later on down the road with it.
I think I've got to say, I think their DC line is incredibly strong. I've said this on numerous chats, but for me, I think it's one of their strongest lines. I really do.
DC, I mean, other than Wonder Woman, they really haven't faltered on many other DC pieces.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was a little bit questionable, but some of them turned out great. It was very hit and miss, that piece.
Mine turned out really good. I had a broken piece of hair on mine, and they sent me a new hair piece probably within a week, no issues. So
sweet.
I can't complain too much about them.
Yeah, I mean, if they do that for you, you don't really have much, you know, that you can say. Really, it's fair. I mean, Alex had more problems, and I've had more problems with other Sideshow pieces where they'll just literally tell us they don't have any spare pieces, which is like either send it back to us or. You know,
that's what we started. Yeah, we pay 20% on top of it anyway. So, you know, whatever it costs 20% on top of that. So,
I guess you guys have to pay extra for the EXs too, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can get
no.
The EX costs the same from Sideshow, obviously, but then we have to get it from we can only get it from Sideshow because if we want to get the regular, we can get it from probably like Collectibles Direct, and it'll cost a little bit cheaper.
Toys.
No, Collectibles Direct in the UK, but like it only costs like a touch cheaper. The way you think to yourself, there's no point. You know, if I just pay this little bit more, I can get an extra little part with it. So more display options. So why not?
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, Sideshow. You know, people complain about Sideshow, but Sideshow are a good company. They do good work. There are times where they do drop the ball, but they do good work, and if you're not happy with it, they'll give you money back. You're not going to lose out.
And that's a growing pains thing. When you have a company that's successful, when they want to make money, they're going to make 5,000 pieces. There's going to be problems with them. That's just
definitely.
That's any company.
Definitely. Well, it's a percentage of human error. So, you know, if you have like 3% error on 100 pieces, that's 3 pieces. If you have 1,000 pieces, that's 30 pieces, and then it just jumps up, doesn't it?
So on.
You have a Wonder Woman with 10,000 pieces. That's a lot of errors.
So Marcus, are you ready for your Lipton style interviews, bro?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. So let's break down what your top 5 pieces in your collection are.
Oh God!
And that's just as according to you, man. That's got nothing to do with the hype or any other person's opinion. In your opinion. What are your top 5?
Top 5. My Sideshow
top
Thor.
5.
You guys did a review on him. Definitely one of my favorite pieces.
Cool.
My Sideshow Venom is that guy's awesome. I think he'd be in anybody's top 5 if they have him. That Green Lantern I got from Andre is definitely it's growing on me a lot. So I put him in my top 5.
Right.
My She-Hulk exclusive. I wanted her forever, so she's definitely.
You're on 4.
I'm on 4. What do
You're on
God.
4, man. You got one more.
My last one would probably. Let's see if I can show you guys this one.
Oh, nice.
Right there. Yeah.
That's
that
guy
guy right there.
Yeah.
That's
been painted by someone decent though, is it? I think I saw some pictures you put on.
Yeah.
So you'd
Kenny Alessandro painted him.
Was that Haname?
No, that was a company called Fat Boy Studios. They weren't around for very long. They only made 75 of those guys, and he's huge. He's bigger than pretty much every other piece I got. He's great.
Cool.
But, you know, that's kind of the fun thing about this is once you get into the hobby and, you know, if you guys delve into it and you learn the history and you find all the companies and all the sculptors and artists that have been involved in it, you can find some really cool stuff that a lot of people don't know about. And
yeah, that's the answer, yeah.
Yeah, then you just kind of have to go on the hunt to try to find some of it. And, you know, that's where all
I guess we've basically been in America as well. That's where most of them are either in America or Asia, so there's not really that many in the UK. I mean, you get a few guys who commission pieces in the UK, but nothing, you know, they commission it from someone else normally. And
yeah, it seems like California's big right now. Singapore's big. The Philippines has kind of always been huge. Those are kind of the main places where they all come from. Hollymon's in the Philippines. Andre's in the Philippines. Fat Boy Studios was in the Philippines. So, I mean, a lot of artists down there for some reason.
Well, before XM was XM is Singapore, aren't they? Yeah, or
yeah, they're in Singapore.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yeah, but before they were XM, they were another company making custom pieces as well. So
yeah, and apparently they had a really bad reputation.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, they're quite bad customer service.
I guess
Ang
and his brothers weren't a real part of that back then. They bought the company. They bought the name, and I guess whatever stock they had left. But you know, they really tried to distance themselves from the reputation of that company before they took it over.
No.
Well, Marcus, so if you could buy any piece, man, if money was no option, if I said to you right now, go out and buy whatever you want, I'll pick up the tab. What is it you would buy?
Jeez, man, I don't know. A lot of people would say Magneto or Doom, and I'm just not a fan of those characters, so I don't really care about having those statues.
You don't like throne pieces though much, do you?
You know, I'm getting one. I'm actually picking up the Maestro.
King Hulk.
No,
the Maestro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Maestro.
I've seen that base.
Santa Claus, as you called him.
That's what I said.
Well, he looks like Kimbo Slice.
I said that, Danny.
Kimbo Slice, yeah, that was the
Kimbo
other one.
Slice, yeah. Green Kimbo Slice, yeah.
Man, if there's one piece I could grab, no price.
No price. It's hard.
It is. You know, I've always liked the original, the Hulk PF from Sideshow, the green and the gray. So I guess maybe one of those would be nice.
Okay.
And if I had to choose, of course, I'd choose the gray because I think there's 125 of those out there. So yeah, I guess if I could pick one piece, that would be it.
That's a good call, man. That's actually That's a nice original shout. That's pretty good.
He doesn't get a lot of love.
I don't know.
And unlike some guys, I like big, heavy statues, and that guy's like 48 pounds. He's solid. You know, they put a lot of time and care into that guy. So, yeah, I'd love to have one of those someday. I mean, I love my XM one too,
look as well.
Which is funny because everyone hates the XM Hulk more than pretty much anything out there. But I love that guy. For some reason, a lot of all the XM pieces I'm really liking are the ones that everyone else really hates, like the
lot of people are. We just got a question from Albertosaurus, and he said about how XM changed the Phoenix head, didn't they? I think they changed it back. They changed their mind back, but the head they changed it to got a lot of criticism from
they've changed it. They had an original head, and then they changed that one, and then they've updated it twice more. So they had the regular head, which they cut out because the hair was cut from the bird.
Yeah.
Then the second head they came up with had her hair kind of sticking up in the back, and that one went away really quick. And now Now they have the kind of the evil hair head one and the regular just kind of short cropped haired one.
I've got to say at the moment, I think they do. I think some of their stuff is absolutely unbelievable, but they're definitely lacking in the head sculpts. There's no question about that.
I agree with you, and I think the Wolverine was a perfect example of that.
Well, they've redone another Wolverine, haven't they? Where he's got a cigar.
They are coming out with a cigar one. Yeah, that's what I heard.
But that's what they seem to do a lot of as well. Is they'll do their pieces, and then they'll release another head, and then I think. I mean, I know with Captain America or something, I think they sent them out for free. But I doubt they're going to do that with everything, are they? So,
you can't do that.
I didn't hear about that with the Captain America head. I know Tavesh. He customized. He had 2 customized. He commissioned 2 of them. I don't think those were from XM. There's a plain faced one, and then there's one where he's shouting with the mask on. And I'm pretty sure Tavesh commissioned both of those. He commissioned the Wolverine head and the Doom mask for the Magneto too. Have you guys seen that? Yeah.
And they've also got the Apocalypse head as well.
Yeah, a lot of
the long haired Magneto with the ponytail. They got another one with a beard. There's loads of them. There's loads of heads.
And I think those were who commissioned those?
I think Francois did some.
Yeah, Francois did those,
with Troy McDavitt. Is it Troy McDavitt?
Yeah, he does some good stuff. McDivitt did the Wolverine, didn't he?
Troy does
Wolverine.
Troy did
really nice.
Troy did the custom Joker head too for the Sideshow.
That's the
new 52 version. Yeah.
Is it? Is that one?
Yeah.
Well, there was another guy as well from Brazil, I think, who done one. Quite recently.
The open mouth one, the laughing one. Yeah, I've seen that one as well.
Yeah, I've seen it. Nice. So I'm surprised they could get that to that. I was looking at it, it just looked great.
There was a guy as well on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it, where he actually he had an Apocalypse broken body and he got it all customized. So it had a different base. It was all painted the original colours, so like the kind of colours on your Bowen one, George, and different head. And it had a hand, and it was crushing. What was he crushing in his hand? Oh, it was crushing the helmet. Professor X's helmet called?
Cerebro?
Yeah, it was crushing Cerebro in his hand, and it looked pretty cool. It did actually really cool.
Well, dude, it could never look worse. That's one of the fucking. Honestly, it's the most disappointing piece I've ever seen in person. But
and people never talk about it. The Gore Group did that. The Gore Group did that piece.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's crazy because they did your Venom. They did my Carnage. I love that Carnage, man.
Oh, I love anything Martin Canal does. I will buy virtually anything.
Yeah, it's pretty strong bet.
I think with the new Spider-Man, they put it out as it was his piece, and then when it actually did come out, they realised he oversaw it. He didn't actually do anything to do with it. He just kind of...
Well, he said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was more the publisher instead of the director.
Yeah. But I mean, with the Apocalypse, I mean, I think the sculpt was decent, but I'd say the paint was, on the one I had, was pretty bad. I mean, it was quite disappointing. I mean, but the thing is, it does photograph really well.
And film.
And it films really well. And I mean, it's no reflection on the guy I got it off of either, because I don't want him to be upset or anything. It's just probably, it's just probably that we're, quite fussy about it. When you look up close with it just weren't really acceptable,
No.
I think if you get a good one of that, if you actually got one that was like, a good one, maybe.
Yeah. Could well be, but I don't know. For me, no. There's too much Saturday Night Fever going on there, bro. too much living life and all that shit. I can't be dealing with that. It's I've got to be honest. The Bowen one is. I know it's Bowen Designs, and I know it's 15.5 inches tall, but you couldn't make Apocalypse better if you tried. If you had 20 attempts, you couldn't do it better than that. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. Paint stunning, likeness is spot on for the character. For me, I was going to buy it off you, man. I was going to buy that Apocalypse off you for 300 quid. That's cheap. That's fucking cheap.
Yeah.
I see them sell for 600 quid.
Yeah.
They do go for big money, man. They go for like nearly $1,000, or they have, or close to that. $800. No.
Well, you can do, yeah. I mean, with sorry, go back to GunShy. With your X-Men pieces, have you seen the Pathfinder bases?
Oh, I've seen that. Man, whoever's selling those, they keep posting those up on Facebook like daily.
Yeah, they do spam a bit. I mean, they do it in every group.
They're really nice, but if you have them in a Besta anyway, you're still only gonna be able to fit 2 per cube. So to me, it's not a real big deal.
Doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I mean, it just puts them a little closer together, but you know, space-wise, it doesn't help me. I mean, people that would have them, I guess, displayed in a different type of shelving system, it might work better for.
The X bases though. I mean, I've got the Colossus. The X base is pretty weak, isn't it? I mean, to get it.
Yeah, that one's weak. The Gambit one's pretty much the identical size. The Rogue one's also the same.
Well, I think
compared to how good the statues are, the statues are.
I think the X bases are better than the Avenger bases, though.
I agree.
Oh yeah,
I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's like Vision's base was like it's like the smallest base I've ever seen on any piece.
It's about that big.
It was ridiculously small, and then you got like I think Spider-Woman and. Her base was like much bigger than the Vision's base, and it was just like
twice the size.
Yeah.
I think the Scarlet Witch's was really small too. I haven't seen her in person, but I think hers is pretty small.
No, I've not seen her in person, but
what upsets me about the X-Men, it's not the X bases. Those I don't have a problem with those. It's the fact that some of them had the X base, and then some of them had their own unique base.
That's bad, isn't it?
So if you're going to collect them all, you have to put like 2 of the X bases together, and then 2 of the the rock bases together, or whatever. It's
the thing. I think I'm one of the only people who likes the Cyclops piece. I don't actually really like it, but one of the problems
a lot of people like that, man.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people like really bitch about it, and I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I mean, but the thing I don't like about it is the way that Magneto's helmet is at the back hidden away.
Yeah, and you can't see it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's the same as quite a few pieces that do that. I mean. You got the I got the Cobra Commander, and he's got a gun behind his back, which you're never going to see.
Red Skull.
Red Skull, yeah. Doom, Doom on Throne. The detailing on the back of that throne is ridiculous. But unless you've got a mirror behind it, you're never going to see it.
That Maestro is going to be the same way. You're going to have hundreds of skulls behind that base, unless you got it out somewhere in the open.
Don't the Maestro skulls go around the base too?
They go around both sides.
Around the side. Yeah. So you're getting some of it. I was saying to Alex, is Thanos' skull or head around that base? That would be interesting.
I don't think I saw it. I saw Juggernaut's head.
Yeah, because he ain't whooping Thanos, brother. You know what I mean? He's bad, but he ain't that bad. Let's have it right. I was like, Alex sent me pictures of all the base. I was like, listen, is my boy's head there? And he was like, yeah, I can't see it. I was like, well, then the King of Kings still lives, man. The King of Kings still running shit. Don't worry about that.
Somebody said he got a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet. I never read that storyline, so I don't know if it's true, but someone was posting that on Hollymon's Facebook page. So they were talking about including that into the base, too.
Only one I've read is Future Imperfect. That's the only one I've read.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good story, though. I quite like that. I enjoyed that. You lent that to me. I enjoyed that.
Well, you didn't like it that much. Otherwise, if you would have liked it, you wouldn't have given it back. Because that's not what happened.
Yeah.
You never return my shit.
Shut up, man. How many PlayStation games you got on mind? Be quiet. Know your role, man.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see it was there.
And he never plays them. Marcus, he never plays them. He just leaves them games and don't give them back.
He's a collector. He just collects.
That's it, man. He's a fucking hoarder, is what he is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6.
So, Marcus, yeah. They're the ones you can see, right? They're in front of you? Yeah. So, Marcus, man, what are the pieces, what pre-orders you got coming? You got anything on the horizon that you're
Oh, God, I got too much coming in. Let's see, Sideshow, I got Lobo coming. I'm sure you guys got one of those too.
I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about that? What do you think?
You know, once I saw the instructional video on how to put them together, I'm like, oh, I think they nailed it. I think they nailed it.
When I saw that video, I was tempted to order one. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I should get one.
I'm shocked that the EX is still available after all the hype and the production pictures and everything have come out.
I've said this before, right? And this is not because I'm not like a fanboy or that's quite funny that I say that with Lobo, but it's not that I'm a fanboy of Sideshow or anything stupid like that. But one thing I'm telling you, if anybody out there who is sitting around going, oh yeah, all their old stuff's much better, they've lost their way, all this, that piece, I believe, if Hellboy and Superman PFs, if they didn't wake anybody up, I'm telling you now, that Lobo's going to do it. Because if that Lobo comes as good as that instruction video shows it to be, it will be probably one of their best pieces they've ever made.
Oh, they'll
really
have it.
Believe
it'll be up on eBay for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 within a few months. As soon as it sells out.
I just think it has so much going.
It does. It does
so much.
If you get the dog, and then you can mount the dog on the base too, and
yeah. Did you get the dog?
I did. I ordered the dog.
Yeah,
I caved in.
Well. When yours come in July? Is it July for both of yours as well as mine?
I probably got the email 2 weeks ago that said it was like 3 to 5 weeks out. So I'm gonna say August probably.
Oh, shit.
I heard that they already got some of the dogs in, but they're just going to hold the dogs until Lobo gets there.
Well, yeah, because it's really strange, because I actually got an email, right, on Monday. I got an email saying, basically like shipping notice, we're going to ship this out on Friday, so make sure you got your funds together, yeah, because we're going to take your money. So I was like, yeah, cool, no drama. And then literally Friday morning, the day that my payment's meant to come out, it was like, yeah, it's been delayed another month. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Now, why are they telling me they're going to ship it, and then they've delayed it within 4 days? But it obviously is that they haven't got enough in for them to ship. They just want to hold it until sort of they can ship both of them at the same time.
Yours was for the dog? That was your notice for
dog,
it?
yeah, dog, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would want to get the dog by himself first anyway.
There are a few people who actually just bought the dog. There were a few people.
Dog, nothing else. They just want the dog.
There was a few people who. It was something like their football team mascot or something like that was a bulldog, so they bought it.
Oh yeah, so Georgetown.
There was another one which was something to do with their regiment in the army as well. When they got it.
So sorry, Marcus. What else you got coming, bro?
Oh, okay, man, you guys got me started on the dog, and all right. So I got Batgirl coming. She's about paid for. Power Girl's coming.
Yeah, she's right on my street. I like her.
Next year I got Darkseid coming.
Same.
And I pre-ordered the Spider-Man for now. I have the original.
What did you think about Alex's pictures of the symbiote variant? Did you watch in chat before you came on?
I saw those pictures when they first popped up a few days ago. I like it. I've always liked the original costume more. Yeah, I always liked that.
All right, good, cool.
Someone sent me a message though. They were talking to. There's a woman on. I said it the other week. Sorry, I said that Alex was a man from Sideshow, but apparently it's a female. I was corrected a couple of times. Was it yourself who corrected me, or was it you, GunShy?
I don't know. It might have been.
I think I was corrected by 2 people. Right? Yeah, you do know that's a woman. I was like, well, I'm sorry. But,
well, you should know with your name. We all think you're a guy, but the truth is out there. Yeah, the truth is
you know nothing. Yeah,
you know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. But they said that the base is going to be pretty much the same as the Spider-Man based new one, but the actual flames are going to be toned down quite a lot.
People really didn't like that explosive base, did they, man? They were putting up pictures of bread and popcorn.
In it. Yeah. It's a bit popcorn.
It was a bit too much. So, but yeah, apparently it's all going to be toned down because people were asking whether they were going to do a different base for it, whether they were going to do anything, special.
I quite like everything else on the base. I quite like the fucking hook and the what is that? It's a crane, isn't it? It's a crane.
Like some sort of pulley, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a crane. Yeah, I like that. I think it looked great. I mean, I always preferred the symbiote more. I don't know why. I think that's because there's more villainous in it. There's more.
To me,
to him.
I just feel like that's Venom's costume now, and seeing that back on Spider-Man just kind of pisses me off. So that's not yours anymore, bro. You lost that. You gave that up.
Yeah, give that shit back, man. Yeah, that's not yours.
Do you know what I saw the other day? Sorry, I just remembered. Do you know this guy who sold me the Gandalf? He sold it for like £200. But I've been seeing things that he puts up. But the thing is, whenever he puts anything up, it goes so quick because he puts it for stupid prices, like so cheap. Right. He sold a Iron Spider-Man for £200.
Jesus Christ!
I was like, what? How the fuck did I miss it? And then he sold an Aragon exclusive for £110. He just puts things up really cheap. And literally, I tried to set my phone so that the alarm goes off when he posts
the thing is with that Iron Spider, it always confuses me. He's got like only 3 legs, isn't he?
He's got 3. Yeah, he's
not 4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's
7.
just weird, dude. There's nothing, there's nothing. Oh yeah. It just don't make. I don't know, man. It just. I looked at the thing and I was like, dude. I looked at a picture and I was like, that's fucking broken. Where's the other leg? There should be another.
That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it too. I'm like, why does it only? It should have.
It's like one of them's busted. I'm not buying that. It's like fucking broken. £700. But then.
But there's also the Back in Black, which is the same sculpt.
That's nice.
There was a guy selling now recently, but it was all like broken hand, broken bit on the base, no box. And I think he was trying to sell it for like $250.
All right, Marcus, bro. What else? What's happening, man?
What else? All right, so I got the 2 pieces coming from Andre. So the Archangel and the Supergirl.
I have to check that out, man. I'm going to check that Archangel out because I don't know what that is. So I'm going to have to look at that.
There's one video if you search custom Archangel statue on Facebook, it should pop up.
I saw a coat of Bacai.
Actually, the guy that commissioned it is the same guy that's making the Maestro, or that commissioned the Maestro with Hollyman.
All right, cool.
God, I think his name's Steve. I can't remember his last name. So yeah, got that. Got XM. I got the Mark 42 paid for. He just hasn't been
That's
here yet.
That's where it's on the Stark base, right?
Right, the one you guys blasted. The one you said.
Oh, is that the one? You get, oh, that's no good.
So I'm waiting.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I really like the paint job on that one. That's why I wanted it.
Listen, it's one of the on the figure, and the figure's heavy, man. And
I don't care about displaying Tony Stark's head or Pepper Potts' head.
Well, good, because you won't, because it doesn't look like Tony Stark.
Well,
it looks like Alex. You can have Alex on your display, man. You can love it. It looks a bit like him.
So
what you have to do though is because the hand actually does look really good though, where he's holding the mask. That hand looks really cool. But then you have to decide which face you want to put on there if you want to do that. But
Pepper Potts is better. Pepper Potts is much better.
I think the Pepper Potts actually does look really good, but I mean, who the hell's ever unless you're going to have 2 of them, no one's ever going to display it with that anyway.
I've got to say this. I think if you have the masked version with his hand out, it's a lovely piece. And the only weakness realistically is the base, which is just very plain.
Yeah,
but it's not terrible. It's just a bit plain. But then again, Alex rightly said to me. I think he said to me, either in the video or whatever, but he said that when you've got so much vibrant colours in the figure, maybe an elaborate base is a distraction. So he has got a point. So you've got to see what the...
I don't think any of the really great Iron Man statues out there have had awesome bases anyway. I mean, the Sideshow Iron Man 2 maquette, movie maquette piece is a great piece, but that base is it's kind of got some grass on it, and it's nothing really spectacular.
Well, even the Mark 1 that I've got, there's nothing on the base.
Yeah, well, it's just like dirt.
Yeah, that's
right?
a bad.
It's just like all welding. It's just like welding and then sand. But
he's basically playing in a sandbox, Alex. He's playing in a welded sandbox, mate. That one. That's what it looks like.
The base weighs more than most of my statues, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you can tell by looking at that Mark 1, that is a nice solid piece. You can just tell.
It really is. It's
a sturdy piece, and it's big. And I like a big solid piece, and man, I'm actually kind of liking that one now. It's like, man, that's a nice.
I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, I got a good price on it, so I'm very happy with it. And as I say, we Andy Fusco brought it around, done the review. I didn't actually. It's funny enough, it was like I saw it. I did really like it, and then it went away. We did so many reviews that kind of went away for a little while. I started editing the review, and then when I was editing it, I was like, "Holy shit, that piece is fucking awesome!"
You were reminiscing.
Yeah, because the thing is, because we had like I think we had the XM Iron Man on the same day. We possibly that was the day I possibly got my Leonidas on the same day.
Yes, you did.
We did like I just got my new exclusive Freddy.
Wow,
so I literally got like loads of pieces at once.
And it's tough to take in a piece when you get a bunch in bulk. You just don't have enough time to.
Well, I had all my pieces in, so when Andy brought his over to review, it was a bit like, all right, we're going to review it, but I'm more excited about my pieces because I've just got them, and it kind of took the focus away. But then when I watched the review back, I was just like, yeah, I've got to get that. That's fucking awesome.
In fairness, when we did it, we expected the XM Studios Iron Man to really steal the focus, but the Mark 1 actually did it. The Mark 1 was for us. When we were reviewing, because we did the Mark 42, the XM one first, and when we got back to the Mark 1, it was like we thought, oh well, this is going to be sort of an anti-climax. As soon as we opened it, as soon as we got it out, we were just like, fuck, this is.
Oh, it's got so much. It's just got so much detail to it. I mean, you can just stare at that thing for hours.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I used to have the Hot Toys version of it, and that was one of my ultimate favorite Hot Toys.
Yeah, that's meant to be good. That's meant to actually be a nice piece as well. No?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, and I got a.
All right, sorry
nice
about
chunk of change for
Mark 42, man. What else you got?
All right, so XM. So then I got the Hawkeye coming still. I got the Ant-Man.
That looks great.
Yeah, the
that
Hawkeye
looks really nice. That Hawkeye looks really nice.
Can't wait for that. And I think the Ant-Man will be good too.
Does the Hawkeye still come with a little Ant-Man on the base? Doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I thought that there was. I saw on the Hawkeye. There was on one of the pipes. There was like a little Ant-Man. Or am I talking shit? Maybe I am. Okay, the silence is me talking. I take it as I am talking shit then. Okay.
Unless we've lost GunShy. We're good.
He's gone now. We've upset him, haven't we?
Yeah,
no, is he gone?
That's the Iron Man comments, man.
There's the Iron Man, and then we're starting on the Hawkeye, and yeah. But the
no. Listen, that Hawkeye looks good. It looks real good. I like the look of that. I think that's a really stunning looking piece, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually think the Ant-Man looks really cool, but the thing is, it's just not a character I would buy. I mean, but I've been looking at the pictures lately, and
I don't even want to see the film.
Really cool.
The statue looks great, but the film doesn't even interest me really. And
well,
apparently, isn't there meant to be? I'll watch anything he's in.
No, I don't like him that much. But apparently, there's meant to be a scene in there with Red Hulk, allegedly. When
in Ant-Man.
Yeah. Apparently, there's meant to be a scene. I'm here. Can you see me?
I can hear you. It don't matter.
All right.
I don't need to see your fucking unshaved, ungelled sort of caveman Captain Robinson face. Anyway, don't panic.
No,
green screen actually is an improvement.
So I did actually put some gel in my hair, but yeah. But now, well, yeah. But no, with the Ant-Man, it looks pretty cool. And it kind of looks like it's made of so many parts that you can kind of like. It's called the little ants. Okay, we got it back.
Google Plus sucks, bro. I told you.
It killed my iPad.
Fucking sucks. And it's good. Listen, be thankful, man, because before I got on here, if you could see my phone that's recording me at the moment, it's covered in rubber and it's all protected because when I do these chats, I want to smash my phone off the floor. It's crazy. Sorry, bro. So you got Hawkeye coming.
So I got Hawkeye. I got Ant-Man coming. Another piece I think is just going to be awesome, especially when the movie comes out. I think he's going to become really popular. I got the She-Hulk coming and
She-Hulk.
Yeah, the XM version.
XM, yeah.
I'm gonna get them both. I'm gonna get them both because I got the Miss Marvel and I wanted to get She-Hulk because they kind of have both the same that tank theme base going on, so I wanted to have both of them to display together. And the Miss Marvel, the Sideshow version is like the one older kind of Grail piece that I never got, so I figured I'd go with the XM versions.
Oh, cool. So,
We'll go
Is
with
that
those.
is that them all?
That's all the XM I have right now. I'd like to get the Daredevil when it comes out, but that hasn't gone up for pre-order or
I ain't
anything
seen
yet.
that yet.
Yeah, there was a picture of they've changed the unmasked head again, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, poor XM, man. They try to, if they would have just left one head, everyone would have been fine with it. And then they're like, hey, we're going to throw in an unmasked head for you, and then everyone's like, oh my God, that's not right. That's not what.
He's smiling. He's smiling. Watch him smile.
He looks
What's
too
he happy
happy,
about?
or he looks too evil. So
I reckon and there's also the XM Punisher on a motorbike they're bringing out as well.
I saw that too.
That's
Yeah,
quarter scale, man. Sure.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, they're going to do the Ghost Rider too, and I'd rather have Ghost Rider on the bike. So hopefully he's on a bike too, because if they put Punisher on a bike and Ghost Rider's like on a throne, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, Alex has got Ghost Rider on a throne, so yeah. And hopefully they ain't going to copy Sideshow's Comiket version.
That's an interesting idea to put Punisher on a motorcycle, though. I like it. Have you ever really rode a motorcycle a whole lot in the comic books or anything? Or?
Well, I don't know about the comics.
No, because
on the film.
He always had his van. Yeah. But yeah, you don't really see him a lot on the motorbike. But maybe in newer comics, I don't know. Has he gone again?
No.
No.
There when you, I
thought you can't forget that.
so you.
But no, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going for the bigger pieces as well because the Sentinel's gone. I don't know.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe they're trying to make some impact.
I hope they weren't too far along in production of that Sentinel piece because I feel really bad for them about that thing.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I've spoken to a few people about how much it actually costs to commission things, and I've spoken to them about when you actually get something just digitally sculpted. To get that digitally sculpted, it's not cheap. It's like $10,000 minimum dollars, and for something like that Sentinel piece to get that done properly, that's going to cost like 20-30 grand just to lay down just to do that because it's huge and it's just so much planning. Unless they can do it in house, I don't know. But I was talking to John Sanchez about it, and he was telling about a few pieces and the prices, and I was just like, what? And that's before you're even printing it, and then you got to print it. Print 3D printing is not cheap, so yeah, it's expensive stuff.
Well, last I heard, weren't they talking that thing was going to run $7,000-8,000 for the whole thing?
Is that for one part though, or two parts? Because there's two Sentinels.
No, the Sentinel for the XM one, the little diorama, the 6-scale one. They were gonna. That was gonna be like.
There's two of them though. They were going to do it in two parts. So there's going to be two big Sentinels, and each had 6 people.
Oh really? They were gonna.
Yeah.
I saw the one with Colossus where Colossus kind of had his hand.
Yeah, and then there's a rogue on the back.
Yeah.
Jubilee. Yeah. But if you notice, there's no he's got a Gambit. But if you notice, there's no Cyclops. He's missing Beast because there's 6 and 6. There's 2 of them.
Okay.
Well, there was going to be 2 of them. But
so Marcus. Back on your Lipton interview, man. What's your biggest regret piece that you have? What is the piece that's come that you've ever received that you were like, shit, this is not?
Oh man, I really don't have any left. The ones that I regretted, I've sold.
Right. So, what was your worst one?
Oh, yeah, I really didn't have too many bad ones because I did a lot of research before I bought any of them. I guess.
See that, Alex? Research. You did a lot of research before you bought shit.
Because I had the Sideshow.
You learn from your mistakes, George. You learn from your mistakes.
I had the Sideshow Hellboy, and I thought he was a great piece. He just didn't go with the rest of my collection, so I sold him.
That's one of my favorite pieces. That one.
I guess if there's one that I regretted, I bought all of the J. Scott Campbell Spider-Man comiquettes, and it wasn't that they were bad. It was just I didn't realize how small they were when I bought them. So I got them in. I'm like, yeah, they're great, shit. But then it's like, man, they're because I used to collect Hot Toys, and I want to get away from that smaller scale. That's why I went with quarter scale on everything
quarter
now.
Scale, you want to go to
so
scale.
when they got a comic head in, it was that was kind of the, wasn't much bigger than a Hot Toys piece. And it's like, man, this is really what I'm trying to get away from. So, yeah, I guess those were my biggest disappointments. Not because they weren't great, not because they weren't well made. They were. They're great for anyone that wants them.
I had the Spider-Man, and I had it up with the Kobakia Venom and the Diamond Select Carnage, and they went really well together. Even though the Venom and the Carnage was 6 scale, and that's 5th scale. But then Andy Fusco came over to do another review, and he brought his customized Comiket Spider-Man painted black as a symbiote.
Isn't that thing just huge? It's so big.
And he got it. And we actually done like a comparison video. And
You've got it. You've got the unpainted.
We've done the comparison video of the Comiket.
Just makes you want to cry fucking porridge, man.
At the time, I had the bronze one, which I've sold. And when you had them all comparing, and you just look at the quality difference, I had to get rid of the other two. So yeah.
You can't,
that original Comiket is something special. That guy is not only is he well made, the detail is awesome on him, but I think he's actually bigger than 4th scale. He's huge.
Easy.
Yeah,
he's just a huge piece.
Easy.
Well, you have to look how big. You have to look how big he is compared to Venom.
Carnage, because Carnage is 18 inches, and he's like literally on his knees. That dude's fucking standing up. He's about 26 inches tall. That's massive. That's huge. He's not that big, surely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, when I put all 3 of mine together, Spider-Man's the biggest out of all 3 of them, and he shouldn't be. Venom should be.
Isn't Venom the smallest though? Venom's quite small.
He's thick. 13 he's really wide. He's just crouched down so far. If you measure his leg, if he was standing all the way up, he'd be about 23 inches tall. But since he's crouched down, I think he's only 13 or 14 inches total. But he's like 15 inches wide. So he's still a nice big heavy piece. But yeah, when you put all 3 of them together, it's like, man, Spider-Man's just too big for these guys. I think that's one thing they kind of messed up on a little bit.
With that Spider-Man comic, though, when we took that out of the box, that's one of the first and only pieces where I was actually like, whoa, that's fucking amazing. Yeah, that's one of the only pieces. It was the first compared to the stuff we'd seen, the quality just jumped up so much from
that was a slap in the face, man.
Yeah,
that was a slap in the face. That was wake the fuck up. This is how shit should be done. Because that piece there was just the way that the bases, just the brickwork, the mortar work, the window frame, the paint work, it's just different class, different.
Hey, have you guys seen the Venom in person yet?
No, I really want to see that.
You'll feel the same way when you see that, because you'll see the Venom, just the paint on him. He's blue and black, and you can see all the sculpt on him. Honestly, is better than any of my XM pieces. And if Sideshow still did sculpts like that nowadays, they wouldn't have any competition. That's how good that sculpt is. And then you look at the base.
Is the same, bro. Carnage sculpted.
Carnage is good too, but he's so delicate you can't really kind of pick him up and really look at him too much because he's got so many little pieces sticking off of him. But
you can't.
You look at the Carnage base.
That's a bitch to put together.
Yeah, you look at the Carnage base and you look at the Venom base. The Carnage base it's almost too clean. It's a real nice gray, and then you look at the Venom base, and it's dirty, and it's got like rust kind of color to it, and then it's got
there isn't any of that going on my one.
It's got his costume leaking onto the base and everything, and it's just a little bit higher up there. I love my Carnage too. He's an awesome piece. The head sculpt on it, I think, is just awesome. But it's probably my top piece for me in my collection. He's so damn frustrating to put together, and
I can't move.
I just don't. You can't take him out. You can't. He's hard to dust. He's just.
I don't even allow people to open the door, man.
Yeah, he's just such. He's such a little bitch. You just want to kind of kill him at the same time.
Shit, man, it's funny. I gotta say though, I really do love my Grey Hulk comic kit as well. I don't know why. Every time I look at that piece, I love it. I love it so much.
And that's all that matters, And a lot of people on Facebook lately have been, getting into these wars of, the haves and the have-nots, and the people with the money and the people that don't have the money. And it's like, just be happy with what you have, and whether whether what you have is considered a grail to someone else, as long as it's a grail to you and you enjoy looking at it.
Well, there was a guy on Facebook, and he was kind of he was asking the question about like, oh yeah, do you buy things because they're going to go up in value and they're a grail, or do you buy them because you like them? And it was a bit, just the answers are a bit shit. Like, you know, the way people are answering. And it's the same as when you ask someone, for example, the Gladiator Hulk and the King Hulk, and you say to people, there'll be a lot of polls about which one's better, which one should I get. First of all, you get which one you
like.
You want. But then also, the people who answer the question, they say, get King Hulk because the edition size is lower. Yeah. And it's like, you know, or King Hulk is better. Why? Because the edition size is lower. It's like, God, really?
If you like the axe, man, and you like the little the little tiara.
Yeah. I didn't like I didn't like the crown. That's why I like the Gladiator.
If you like the little tiara and you like the axe, then you buy the King. You buy the King Hulk, or you like the paintwork better. There's different shades and stuff, but that should always be the reason. But it not always is. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to, like I said last time, I think people need to take like good 10 things or 5 things and put their order on what matters to them. I mean, edition size is right at the bottom because I just don't give a shit. Because once I buy something, realistically, I mean, I'll give you a prime example. I've got Genis Vell at the moment that I'm trying to sell. It's a Bowen piece. It's a very low edition size. It's very rare, but it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah,
I can't sell that shit for love nor money. I can't fucking sell it.
It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
I can't fucking sell it. I can't give it away at the moment. Honest to God, I cannot give that piece away at the moment. I just can't.
And so, I read that diatribe that guy put up too, Alex, and I responded back to him and I said, look, I collect what I love first.
Yeah.
But these are still collectibles. They're still limited editions. So if you can collect what you love and you can find a piece that you love, that's rare, that's valuable, I mean, to me, that just puts everything together. That's great. That's what this is about. But all of the pieces I've bought that were, you know, quote-unquote grails, I hate that word anymore, but all the pieces I bought because either I watched reviews for it and I saw it and I'm like, hey, that's really cool, or it's really low edition size, or something I bought that didn't have meaning to me. It never stays in the collection.
Yeah, it doesn't. Same with me, I agree.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's like, I mean, I just bought the Darkman piece because I want it. And I realised afterwards that, you know, there's less than 500 pieces made with the exclusive and the regular together. I think there's like, I might be wrong, but I think there's 300 regular and 125 or 150 exclusives. Same as the Army of Darkness piece, there's only 500 regulars on that. I didn't buy it because of that. I bought them because I want them.
Yeah, the Army of Dark. That's a good piece. I like that piece a lot too.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
George absolutely hates it.
The Army of Darkness one.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness. Yeah, I don't like that.
But I bought the Planet of the Apes monkey and that. The ape. Basically, that one.
A little bit more specific, Alex.
The Doctor was
the Planet of the
Zeus
Apes
or
monkey. Which one?
The original.
Yeah, the original Doctor Zeus. And basically, he's like.
Is his name Doctor Zeus? Isn't that a children's fucking book?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
Doctor Zeus. Yeah. Or Zeus. No, it's Zeus. It's Zeus.
Zeus. Dr. Zeus. Yeah.
And I only bought that one because he was being sold by the guy who was selling Darkman, so I bought it off him as well. But again, that's like 300.
Ginger monkey. He bought a ginger monkey.
I miss you, George. I miss you, so I want another ginger monkey next week.
See, Alex can do that because he's got kind of an eclectic collection. He has everything.
Yeah.
You know, he's got.
You mean it's like.
You know, he's got cartoon pieces. He's got superheroes. He's got movie stuff.
I got no order to my shit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No. I'm just extremely obsessive compulsive. Everything has to kind of fit.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't, then it's like I loved my Hellboy so much. It was such a great piece, but I'd look around. It's like he does not go with anything in this room. He has to go. He just has to go.
I have him, right? So I have that Hellboy, but because I'm saying to myself, because I love the piece so much, like I think it's one of the best
Oh,
pieces.
it's such a great piece, and they put so much with it. They put so much in it.
And I just thought, you know, it is comic book, so I can get away with it. That's how I did it with a Mike Mignola. It is comic book, so I can have it.
That's kind of what I'm. That's what I'm telling myself with the Turtles that are coming out from Prime 1. I'm like, well, they weren't comic books to begin with, you know. I can, I don't have to think about the shitty movie. I can focus on the comic book.
They're fucking mad. They're big.
That was another post, wasn't it? That was another post on Facebook about what's better out of the original Sideshow cartoon version.
I stirred the pot on that one.
Well, everyone was going like, the original's better. No, the movie ones. That was all going on.
You know,
I don't.
I put up a lot of posts, stuff like that, and people think I'm trolling or stirring stuff up. And I just like to get people talking, and I'd like to get people's opinions on it.
Opinions, yeah.
I do prefer the original. I prefer the comic version, but they're so hard to find, and I'm just getting tired, and I don't want to spend 2 years hunting down 4 pieces.
Well, that
are going to cost me more than the new ones.
The price of the original ones is going to cost you what it's going to cost you for the new ones.
It's going to cost probably $1,000 more. I mean, right now there's a set of 4 on eBay for $3,600.
See, now I was smart enough to stay out of this with the Turtles, and I'll tell you why. When I was a kid, right, when we were kids, me and Alex, when we grew up together, right, when I was a kid, Christmas Day come along, and you know the Turtles were massive. You know the cartoon was huge, right? And I get up, man, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up, I'm ready. I'm like, shit, I'm going to open up all this shit, and I've got this stuff under the tree. I'm expecting Leonardo, Raphael. What do I get? I get the fucking Rat and April O'Neil. Because they're all sold out. Right? They're all sold out, yeah? So my mother says to me when I'm like in tears, I don't know how old I am, I'm probably about fucking 17, but my mother says to me, she says, oh, like, you can't get them Turtles anywhere. You can't get any, you remember the original figures? You couldn't buy them anywhere. So, like, as soon as, like, people release them, like, Sideshow Prime, I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'll end up with fucking the Rat again and April O'Neil. That's all I've got. They'll all sold out.
I got all the Turtles for Christmas, and basically when I went shopping with my grandma, we went to Hamleys in London. When I went in there was actually a tannoy at the time going, if you buy any Turtle toy in the next half an hour, you get a gift. And when I went and bought all the Turtles, I got Baxter Stockman free.
Nice.
You got who?
Baxter Stockman, the Fly.
The Fly guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he come free. That was, and I always remember that because it was like this tannoy going, you know, you got 30 minutes for this special deal, and everyone's like
so
panicking
wait a minute. Your nan took you to Hamleys for a start and bought you all of them.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah. But she was
come to my house at Christmas, man.
Well, she was quite rich. So, yeah, my nan was quite rich.
Do you know how listen, do you know how shit the Rat was? You know how shit
I had the Rat as well,
April O'Neil were on that figure? They're the worst ones. But like,
I never had April O'Neil, but I had the Bebop and Rocksteady, Krang, the Technodrome.
Yeah, the good ones. Fuck off. All right. Spoiled bastard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing them movie ones. They look nice. They do.
Yeah, and huge. You know, I'm torn between them because I really would like to get them because you know they're going to be just awesome. Prime 1 does so many good pieces, but it's just the movie just sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. It's
like, can I disassociate myself from the movie with these or not?
They're talking about the sequel, isn't it? And Bebop and Rocksteady,
yeah, yeah, and they already showed pictures of them, and I'm like, oh god, no.
It's gonna get worse. Now for Christmas, I'm gonna get them.
Well, you know, is it Leonardo was Johnny Knoxville, wasn't he?
Really?
I don't know.
It's digital, you idiot. So he wasn't doing any stunts. You mean
he's done the voice?
He did the voice.
Leonardo.
The voice. Yeah.
Now, can someone explain to me why it is Leonardo? No, not Leonardo. Was it Donatello is $50 more expensive than all the other?
Yeah, I
statues.
heard about this.
What's up with that?
Why?
Well, you would have
thought bigger.
You would have thought Raphael would be more expensive because Raphael's massive.
Yeah, Raphael is the biggest one out of the 4. So I know Donatello's got a bunch of like gear on his back and stuff. I don't know if it costs more to make that, but $50 more for that. And
dudes,
at least over here, he's probably the least popular character out of the 4.
Yeah, man, we all love
in the States.
Michelangelo, man. Michelangelo's funny as fuck.
Whereas even Michelangelo, or people want Leonardo, don't they? Or Raphael. But
I love Raph. He's a bit nasty. I like him. He's a bit like me. He's a nasty fucker. I prefer it. Leonardo's too straight, man. See, Leonardo is Spider-Man in the proper uniform. Raphael is Spider-Man in the symbiote uniform. You see, there's a bit of edge to that fucking guy. He's crazy a little bit. I like all that. I like a bit of crazy, you know. A bit of crazy is ideal. Are you going to buy him then? Are you going to buy him?
Dude, I don't know. That's 28. I reserved him through Big Bad Toy Store just because you don't have to put a deposit down. And if they come in and they look really good, maybe I'll keep them. If not, I'll cancel them.
It's a good game to play, actually. It's smart.
I think they'll definitely deliver on them.
I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be great too. It'll just depend on if I have the funds or not.
I'm hearing from people out there, man, at Prime One are serious, man. Like they're saying that everyone's looking at XM. Everyone's got their eyes on XM as to be the challenges to Sideshow, but they reckon
and Prime
One's are serious.
Prime One's in Singapore too, I think. So
it's Japan.
Is it Japan? Okay.
Prime One's Japanese. Yeah.
But yeah, those Transformer pieces they're coming out with, they're
yeah. Well, Andy just sold his. Andy just sold his Megatron.
They scared the shit out of me, those.
Oh God, yeah. There's so many little pieces. I could not buy one of those. I would totally break it and then I would cry. For like hours,
dude.
I would just
If I got Optimus Prime, he'd end up looking like the fucking truck once I'd put it together because I'd fuck it up so bad. It would end up looking like the truck. Be like, yeah, this is ruined. I've fucking ruined this somehow. There's no way I could put that thing together. Yeah. And think about moving that, trying to move that from somewhere. Like Alex has been messing around with his display for like 3 days. You can't pick that up and move it 3 times. You're going to lose something. That's it.
Or if you're going to try to repackage it, move it, or sell it, or just I wouldn't I don't even want to think about it. It looks
beautiful though. It looks
so many pieces.
Well, the base on it is ridiculous, aren't they? They're like, aren't they like something like 40 inches wide or something?
Oh, they're massively huge. Yeah,
they're literally like fucking car.
They're literally like one of those. They're like one of those storm covers you get like in New York. You know, they're one of those on the ground. You know, the drain cover things. They're like massive. They're huge. Sure, they're so ridiculous, like 40 inches or so stupid.
Don't know.
Don't they have? Isn't Prime One coming out with? Was it like some DC stuff too? Eventually,
they're doing a Batman 1/3. They're doing a Ledger Joker.
Looks crazy. Alex had some pictures of it. Looks absolutely crazy.
Yeah. The Prime One Joker looks really good. I mean, the only thing is that Sideshow are going to bring out one around the same time, and people are just going to laugh at them.
Is it the Heath Ledger Joker, or is it a different Joker?
They're both doing Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think even Sideshow's doing on one of those pictures as well. What they'd leaked. There's a Heath Ledger face in the corner, which was a one scale.
I didn't see that. I did see the Batman.
If you
the Batman.
There's one of them where I think there's a guy sitting down, and the room's really dark, and he's got something on his screen where he's like doing a digital sculpt, and then on the on his right there's a head, like a bald head, and that's Ledger.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, Prime One's definitely. Sideshow might want to delay that one for a little while here.
But you can buy because you can buy all the
Prime One, right? The price point's very different. The price point's way higher.
Prime One is so expensive. All their stuff is just, and people.
That's not a competitor. If you're charging that much more money, you don't affect Sideshow really.
How much are the Transformer guys over there? They're like $2,000 here to start.
I'm just looking at Megatron now. Megatron here is 1,000. Oh no. After checkout for us is $2,058.99, and then we're going to have to pay. Then we pay another $400 on top of that
for shipping.
So basically, $2,500 we'll pay.
Gotta really love those movies for those guys.
That's what people don't realise as well. When you're in the UK or you're a European collector, you can't just be like, I'll wait for the piece to arrive. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. That's dangerous. You lose your tax, man. You lose
hey,
you lose £100.
We're feeling it with the XM pieces. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. You got, but that's. Do you have to pay tax though? Do you pay tax on that?
We pay depending on if they declare it properly, and most of them do. You have to pay when it comes through you have to pay an import tax or an import fee when it comes through customs. It varies on the price of the piece. I think when my XM Hulk came, I think I had to pay $300 in shipping on him, and then the custom fee was like another $50 or $60.
That's nothing. Yeah, I mean, because the problem what the sneaky fuckers do over here as well is they charge you. So say if I was going to buy something off a private guy, basically the shipping is going to cost me over $100. But what they then do is they add that $100 on to the, say if I buy a piece for $500, so that's $600. They do it over the overall price, not not the price of the piece. It's the price of the shipping as well. So you pay tax on the shipping. Because I know on eBay they try and like say, oh yeah, so do you know when you get the guys who are like, yeah, it's $400 shipping and $100 for the item, because then what they do is they used to have it so eBay wouldn't charge fees on the shipping, but now you even pay you pay fees on shipping.
On now. Yeah, they've clocked on now.
So now you have to charge more for shipping than it costs because eBay charge you fees on it.
So is that from your guys' government or is that from eBay?
No, that's our government. But I'm just talking about so I'm really good at like talking about two things at the same time, and don't make
pretty much like
sense.
your collection, man, all over the place, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Bravo, George.
To be free, innit? To be free. I'm
George,
not free, man.
George is supposed to only have villains, but he's got a couple heroes mixed in there now too.
I
fucked
up.
George.
Screwed up.
I'm going to keep them simple. I'm collecting just villains. That's what you said.
Yep, that's what he said.
Dude,
I remember that video.
So badly.
And then Colossus came in, Batman came in, Superman came in.
Yeah, he's done that, and then he's going to get a Wolverine. He said.
Which Wolverine are you going to pick up, George?
I think he's cut off again, but there's the. He wants to. He's not in a rush, so he's going to probably go for the Wolverine that's in the background on one of those leaked photos.
Oh, the brown one, if it comes out.
Yeah. So that's the one he's probably going to go for.
People are debating whether or not that one's actually going to come out now, since Marvel's kind of coming down with the banning of the X-Men pieces.
Yeah, but apparently as well, someone was telling me that they've worked on an actual new diorama as well. So apparently they're actually doing a Wolverine versus Hulk diorama. So I mean that will be a pretty big piece. I mean.
Sorry, boys. I couldn't take that sort of abuse. It got a bit too close. to
get out and take some deep breaths and things. But we're just talking about you going on to your heroes and things, and what Wolverine you were going for and things.
What's that, bro? Sorry. What?
Just like what?
See if I want to actually get some dinner.
What Wolverine you were going to get?
Alex. The brown and red one.
Brown and yellow.
Brown and yellow. Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking about it. I'm definitely gonna get it, but it's gonna fuck up all my shit. So 100%, it's gonna mess me up, but I can't. Right.
I said this last week, but it's really funny. I mean, we used to talk a lot more when I had my old job, but I've just got a new job, so we can't talk as much. But George, he phones me up during the day, right? And literally, I answer my phone, you're right, George? And he's like, yeah, I'm in fucking trouble. I can't, I'm in really big fucking trouble. And I'll be like, shit, man, what's up? What's going on? He goes, yeah, I've been sitting down all night. I've been writing things down. I've been planning. I've been looking into this. And there's no way I'm going to fit that Spider-Man into my cabinet. Really? I just thought you were fucking dying.
Yeah. Well, usually when I call you up and I say I'm in trouble, you've got to bail me out from from court or the police station. But this time,
nice.
Since I've been getting a little bit more geeky in my old age, man, this stuff comes in. It's like, Wolverine. He can't be near Colossus. It's too big. It's just going to be too big. What? I just can't.
Well, you should hear the conversations.
It's not going to work.
The conversations my girlfriend and his wife have, where they're like, yeah, they lied to us. They weren't geeks when we met him. They weren't geeks when we met him, I swear. And my girlfriend's like, yeah, he used to train. He used to actually be quite muscular when I met him. Not anymore. He used to have guns.
Yeah. Well, now you do have guns. You just have the Alien and the Terminator plastic ones behind you. You just don't have them on your arms anymore, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that alien gun's got to go somewhere, I tell you that.
So you're going to pick up that brown Sideshow Wolverine, George?
If they release it, I 100% will do it, because I'm gonna, again, this is what I call Alex up stressing about. I'm probably gonna put, I think Colossus, you can see him behind you. You've got him up high, so I need him a little higher. So I'm gonna put him on top of my D12s. And I'm probably gonna put Wolverine on top of another one next to him, like opposite. I think that will look quite nice together. I've been planning it. I've wrote it down. Look, I'll show you. It's not bluff. Look, yeah. See? You see that?
Paper.
Wait, where's it? Yeah.
Your phone sucks, George.
You see that?
No.
See? Wolverine, Hellboy, Colossus. See? That's it. I wrote it down. That means it's going to happen.
It's going to happen?
Well, do you know what I did? Do you know what I did? Was I actually, yesterday, when I moved everything out, I left it all out. I had stuff on the table, I had stuff on top of the cabinet over there, I had stuff all over the place. I actually then did start planning it. I took my notebook to work, and I left it at work. And then when I come home, I had to do it all anyway, and I couldn't remember where I decided for it to go.
That's you. That's definitely you. I think, to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna buy that Wolverine if it comes out. The problem is, I'm in limited space now, Marcus. I'm running out of space.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat with you. I think I got 14 pieces coming in the next year, and I probably have room for 6 or 7.
Oh, that's bad. That's so bad, man.
I've got that as well. I mean, I've ordered. I think I've got 9 pieces I've ordered. But that's not including the 2 I've got coming next week. So I've got 11 pieces due to come in, and it's like I've got space for probably 1, 2. Yeah, about 2.
Do you guys do the same thing I do, where you're like, okay, this is what I gotta prepare for. So what do I have to buy from IKEA to make this happen?
Yeah.
Do I have to replace this cabinet? I have to replace this cabinet. Let me measure over here, and can I fit this in? And...
Well, what ends up happening, especially in Alex's house, and same as in my room, both our man caves, is that we end up sacrificing furniture for glass or wooden displays. So it's like, we don't need a chair. We don't need a fucking chair. I can stand. I've got it's fine. I'm going to stand.
I've seen a lot of guys' rooms like that, where they just have a room with statues, and that's it, and you pretty much just go in there to look at them and then leave.
Well, the problem is, though, the problem I've got now is I'll put a film on, and I won't watch the film. I'll just be staring at my statues. I'll just be there going, yeah, I'm going to move that piece over there, but when this one comes in, or I'll be there going like, Hellboy is actually a really good piece. I do like that Hellboy. And then my girlfriend will go, what just happened? I'll be like, I don't fucking know. You were watching it.
Do you guys move your stuff around, and then your wives or your girlfriends come in and look, and they're like, "You've been moving your shit around again, haven't you?"
What I get like all the time is I'm really bad. I've got all these cloths, right? I've got like 3 cloths here, yeah. And basically, I walk around and I'll be like wiping all the fingerprints off my glass, and I'm pretty sure my girlfriend comes in here and she goes up to the glass, touches up, puts her handprint on the glass, piss me off, right? And then she'll walk in, I'll be dusting all the shit, and she'll be like, well, I wish you took this much care in the other parts of the house. So I'll be like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I get that. I get that too. I get it same. I got the worst thing is with my one is I try, like, if I do anything, if I don't allow anyone in my room. So not like I don't allow my wife to come in and clean or dust or hoover or anything. So I do it, I hoover it and I dust it and I clean it, and then she just looks at me like, why don't you fucking bring that hoover out here? Check it out here. Bring it out. Take it around under the stairs. Go on, give it a whirl. I'm just like literally the cleaning stops the second I leave the threshold. It's like, yeah, that's fine, that's done. The rest of the house is like crumbling and falling down, and fucking dust and shit everywhere. And my room is spotless.
But the museum room's looking good.
That's what my wife calls it. She calls it the museum. Yeah. I gotta be honest though, it's a strange power because I walk in here and it cheers me up.
Yeah, that's why
pissing me off. It fucking.
That's why we all do it. It's our sanctuary. It's our sanctuary room. You could be having the shittiest day of your life. Everything can be going wrong. You come in here, you sit down, you look at your statues, and you just feel better. That's what it's all about.
It does happen to me.
It's about having that calming, peaceful Zen kind of effect on you.
Yeah,
Mark, just to say, I know you're looking for Tom Doors, aren't you? I think I've got.
Always. I'm always looking for them.
I've got about 12 waiting for it to expand. I literally found such a good deal. It was like 12 doors, so it was like 9 of the square ones, and then 3 of the half ones, and it cost me. It cost me £40.
I saw your post on Facebook the other day, and you're actually explaining to people that no, they're not all the same. There's different sizes of the doors, and you're giving them the measurements. He's giving them the measurements for the doors and everything. I'm like,
I know. That's the thing is, I know all the measurements for fucking IKEA furniture. It's really sad. It's like the Bestas, right? These three-story Bestas are 193 high or 194 high, I think they are.
George, you got to get him an IKEA employee shirt for Christmas or something.
Dude, they are 40 deep. They're 40 deep and 60 wide. Yeah.
He does this to me. I send him a message. I go like, mate, I'm going like I'm down your area, around near where you live, because like my IKEA is in Wembley. It's not far away from where he lives. So I say like, dude, I'm around and I'm going to IKEA. And instead of going, we've known each other for 30 years, instead of him going to me, all right, man, pop in and see me. He's like, dude, see if there's any fucking Tumblr doors there. Check if these are there.
Check if they're in the refunded section.
And, yeah, that's it. They're in the refunded section. Check the refunded section, text me. I'm like, yeah, our relationship knows no bounds. It knows no bounds.
It's great you guys have someone to share it with, though. There's so few of us that have best friends that are in the same kind of, the hobby. Most of my friends come over.
We started with comics.
Yeah, and I did the same. I did this. I think most of us did. I think most of us started in comics, and then we just kind of came up through this stuff. I started, my dad started reading me comics when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and then I still remember, I think being 4 or 5 years old, my dad taking me into a real comic shop, and him letting me pick out, one of the comics in the sleeves, one of the expensive comics back then. And the comic guy going, "Are you sure you want him to have that? He can." And he's like, "Yeah, he can get what he wants to get." So, and I think we all have.
What did you pick?
It was Shogun Warriors #1. Do you guys remember that one? It was kind of like a pre-Transformers. Marvel did it. It was a Japanese cartoon, and I think they only did like a 5-part miniseries on it, probably back in like 1981 or 1982, but they were kind of like they were like kind of pre-Voltron kind of stuff. And,
oh really?
I was talking to someone about Voltron the other day because I don't remember it, and I was watching like an 80s montage of like all intros and Voltron coming on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't remember this. And someone was telling me about it, going, yeah, that's blood, yeah, this and that. I'm like, yeah, I never watched that. I don't remember that. I don't think I made it over here.
No, probably not. It's not familiar to us.
Shogun was Japanese, but it came to the U.S. and I think Marvel bought the rights to it and they started making comics about it. Yeah. And I do remember them. They released die-cast, robots that were probably 12 inches tall back in the day. But yeah, look those up. They're still pretty cool. And I think even back then it was probably a $10 comic, and in 1981, that was a lot of money for a comic. Yeah. And my dad threw down the money for it anyway. So.
Yeah, shit, man.
And
that's amazing.
Yeah, and now I got like 6,000 comics downstairs in my basement and all this stuff.
Little did he know that he'd started all of this.
Well, but like when you're a kid, and that's what I try to tell people. And people, and I've had people, on Facebook and stuff going, "Oh, you're a flipper. You're in this for the money." And it's like, look, I got my morals and my belief systems from these guys. These were my heroes. These were everything growing up to me. that most people didn't even know about, because no one cared about comics back then. No one cared about these movies that they're making nowadays. I mean, if you asked someone 10 years ago or 15 years ago who the X-Men or who the Avengers were, very few people would be able to tell you that. And now that it's mainstream, now that it's cool, everyone wants to get involved in it. But we were into this stuff back before it was cool, back before it was, it was really anything popular.
It meant,
So that's why
retro, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and to me that, I think I started collecting Hot Toys probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I just I wasn't happy with the scale. They still, I mean, they were great. They're great detailed. Nothing against Hot Toys collectors. They're really good pieces, but they just didn't have that presence for me. I wanted to have that feel of, like you're actually kind of walking into a museum or you're really looking at a piece of art. So that's when I got rid of all my Hot Toys and started collecting these guys.
Sadly, Shogun, was it Shogun Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, Shogun Warriors not worth that much now anymore.
Yeah, I kind of figured they probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, if you had like one that's near mint, it's according to the comic book guide, the High Overstreet guide, it's $15.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Marcus went in there, and his poor dad gave him $10 to a comic about 30 years ago.
And it's gained $5 in value.
It's gained $5.
Yeah, it's $5 more if as a 5-year-old you didn't screw it up, which I very much doubt.
If you didn't read it.
If you didn't read it as a 5-year-old.
It's screwed up. It's screwed, but I still have.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, And I'll keep it forever, because that, I still have that memory.
That's
what it's about,
Fair play to you, bro. That's what matters. That's what it's all about. My, I drink when I was a kid. If I'd have seen one of these, I'm telling you, if I'd have seen one of these statues in somebody's houses, I would have considered.
Oh, you would have lost
them.
your mind, right?
I would have robbed them. Back then, I was crazy. I'd have robbed them. I'd have been like, dude, when you go on holiday, you go to Tenerife, yeah, man, have a good time. Where you going? Thursday, all right. See you later. And that'd be that. I'd be in that guy's house before he could blink, running out of Colossus over my fucking shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you would have told me when I was 10 years old reading X-Men comics that, hey, 20 years from now you're going to be able to collect that guy, and he's gonna weigh 30 pounds and he's going to be 25 inches tall, I would have been like, you're nuts. You're crazy. No one would ever make something like that.
But when it does happen, sign me up.
Even if you go back probably maybe 4 years ago or whatever, and someone told me, yeah, you're going to have a room full of those, I'll be like, no. Are we stupid? How much are they?
Yep.
How much is that? What? £300 for that? Fuck off.
Yeah, but dude, how many times have we both done that? Dude, when we first started, and we had Bowens or we had Koto Bukai stuff, it's like Sideshow, you'd be like, how much? £250 for Carnage. Are you crazy? And now look what mess we're in.
Do you guys ever have people come into your collection rooms that really don't know anything about the hobby, and you kind of just let them look around? Isn't it funny the ones that they pick as their favorites, because they're always a piece that's, it's like, oh, well, I got, if you don't tell them the values on anything or how much something's worth or how rare
I enjoy doing that.
Just to see what they pick. It's always a fun game to see what comes, what they think is the best.
I had a dude come into my house to buy something from me not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago or something, and he looked past everything that I had and was just mesmerised by the Bowen Apocalypse. That was the piece. He literally walked past all the Hulks, all Goro, Colossus, walked past the Goblin, the Joker, Batman, Superman, walked past all of that. Didn't even look at him. Didn't even look. I was just going, dude, that's fucking awesome. That's the best thing I've ever seen. I was just like, okay, but it's amazing. It's fun. I was just like, all right, man. I was like, okay. It's like shit, bro. But it's nice. It's a nice thing to see. It's funny because obviously, where I'm with what I do for a living, and obviously people that know me, everyone's too scared to say anything not nasty. So if people come in my house and they look at it and they see I've got 25 big figures, they want to go, what the fuck's wrong with you? What they say is, they come in and I'm like, I'm like about, you know, I'm about what, like 5'8", about 215, yeah, to about 215 pounds. I'm not, and they walk in my room and they're just like, yeah, it looks really cool, man. Looks really cool. But I can see in their eyes. I can see in their eyes again, dude. If this guy was smaller, if he was littler, I'd just be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? What is this shit? What is fucking wrong with you? I just love it. It does make me laugh. I let all them guys come to Alex's house and they go, Alex, what the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Yeah. You should see the when my dad comes over as well. I was shouting him the other day actually because I had the Silver Surfer up on the cabinet and he went over to look at it and he was like, he actually was like going, oh, that's really nice, that's a really good piece, blah blah. And I was like, okay. Then I did expect him to sort of show any kind of enthusiasm towards it. And then he's like, I could see his hand kind of going, he's going a bit like that. And I'm like, don't touch it. And he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm like, and, you know, you just see his hand going towards it. I was like, I just told you, do not, if you touch that, I swear to God. He's like, I'm not going to touch it. And then he fucking touches it, and he's like doing this on it. I'm like, I just told you not to fucking touch it. Get the fuck out of my room, you fucking idiot.
That's your dad, man. Come on.
Yeah, well, the C word was used several times. Yeah, well, when me and my dad talk to each other, it's I was on the phone to Georgie the other day, right? And my sister's washing machine broke, so we went around there to go and change the seal on the door. And my dad drives there, and he's like, yeah, go out and go and see if this shop's got one. And I'm like on the phone to George, and then literally he's just like going, what are you doing? Get out of the fucking car. Go get this fucking thing. He's like really shouting. And I'm like, I'm going, for fuck's sake. Fuck off. And George is like, why is he having a go at you? I was like, no, it's not. Well, no, why are you two arguing? What the fuck's going on? I'm like, no, we're not arguing. I'm just going to shop for him. You know,
it's like very, very normal. But his dad's like into building cars and, you know, like if he
right.
and me and Alex are standing there trying to work out how to put fucking tendrils on Carnage. So he walks in the room, what the fuck's wrong with these two fucking idiots? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna make that work.
Wasn't that just
like,
the biggest nightmare putting those things on though? Oh my god!
I had a stroke. I'm pretty sure I wasn't as boss-eyed before I started doing the fucking Carnage thing. I'm sure I've done a stroke. I'm sure I burst a couple of blood vessels in my fucking head.
You know, I watched a couple of videos on people with them, and I think I watched Vic's video and someone else, and they're like, God, this thing is such a bitch to put together and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to be prepared. So I went and I downloaded, you know, Sideshow's instruction page and where everything went and everything. And I don't know if you guys looked at that, but that thing was completely wrong. It didn't have, there was none of those things that went where they said.
Didn't you find with the videos of other people that they did a Blue Peter fucking thing on you? That literally, it's in pieces, yeah? It says in pieces. And then, all right, we're going to go through and show you how we put this together now, right? And then all of a sudden it cuts, and it's fucking put together.
And then it's done,
Nobody showed me anything.
I think Victor
like his
does
mom
that.
we made earlier.
I think Victor does that where Victor's got his in pieces.
Vic got pissed off at his wife first, and then and then he paused it.
I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, I'm sitting there like looking real close, going, right, here it is. This is the moment. I'm going to find out how the fuck this thing goes together. And then all of a sudden, it's made. And I'm like, oh, shit. And it happens all the time. And every person just says the same thing. Look, I was going to show you, but it's such a nightmare that I've just shown you it finished. Because what they wanted, they cut out all the expletives, all the vicious swearing.
I got about halfway through mine, and I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm never going to sell this piece anyway, so I literally glued all of mine into him because I didn't care. I'm like, they are not falling out. They are going to be in there forever, and he's just going to sit here. He will be here. I will throw him away before I try to sell him to anybody. He is not going anywhere. So literally, he is in one piece, and he's going to stay that way forever. He is never going anywhere. And I know people are going to be screaming that I did that. They're like, "Oh my God, that's
the best thing I've ever heard."
No,
that was everything I was saying. I was sitting there and I was saying I was going to do exactly the same thing. Literally, I was like, you know what, I'm never going to say. I just fucking glue him in. But honestly, the devil got you before it got me, man. My sanity
I think I got like 3 or 4 in, and then I'm working on the 5th one, and a piece would fall out, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Screw it. And I was doing it for like an hour, and I had just gotten out of surgery the day before, and I was just pissed, and I'm like, nope, Nope, I'm done. They're not coming out. Some people don't display them with them in at all. They just kind of leave them in the bag, and I guess I could have gone that route, but it just looks so cool having them on them. So
I've got to say, for me, that I know that you like the Spider-Man Venom, but for me, I think that it looks alive. It has movement and looks very much alive.
The pose is so great on Carnage. The face is I'm looking at mine right now. The face is so well done, and both of the hands, the sickle and his claw hand, and just the oil on his body and everything. It's a great piece. There's just no doubt how good of a piece it is.
I was quite surprised when I was putting it together. I wanted to smash it with a hammer, but once it was built, I sat back and looked at it, and I was like, "Wow, man!"
I bet it wouldn't have been as hollow as that Reeves, though, would it?
Nah, I don't think. I think an egg is fucking more sturdy.
Carnage has got some good. That Apocalypse is as hollow as the Reeves is, though. I've seen people smash
that Reeve, one of the parts on his leg, I'm not lying to you, is less than a millimeter. There's a picture of a picture of a guy like that, and literally it is really, really thin. So thin.
I think that's to do with counterbalance. I think that's to do with the way that it's posing. I think the weight is distributed where some bits are thicker and thinner, so that you don't have this issue with the weight. Because to be honest, man, if it was all, I think that's how they do it, man.
Because that base was really light too, right? That base was extreme. That base was really light too, right?
The base is light, and then what it is the kind of thing that's got like the peg sticking out. And that you actually put the dam on top of.
Right.
That's got all the weight.
Yeah. It seems to me that Sideshow just doesn't do, when it comes to the movie versions of their pieces, they don't do the same quality as they do with the comic versions.
No, because the
except for maybe the Michael Keaton one. The Keaton one is good.
Batman, they did really good on that.
Yeah,
I was really happy with that. And also all the Lord of the Rings pieces. The Lord of the Rings pieces they did really well. They did very well on that.
Yeah, but see, I still go comic book Batman over Keaton every day.
I'm
you have to bring this up every week. You have to bring it up every fucking week, don't you?
I'm torn about that though too, because that blue one's coming out, and that blue one has a new head sculpt, and that head sculpt is by far better than the other two that came with the black one. So it's like,
the blue one's nice. I just don't like I don't like that uniform as much. I don't
like the belt.
As good.
Yeah, the belt looks really cheap. The belt looks really cheap.
I don't like the belt. I really like the original belt, and I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure that I think for me the uniform that he's wearing in the new one is reminiscent of more of a cartoon that I remember as a kid, whereas in this one is more comic book that I remember. Sort of late. You understand?
Yeah,
so
you guys are
connected differently.
You guys are young though, because in the '70s that was spot on for his comic book costume. Yeah.
Yeah,
the blue one.
I was about 11 years from being born in the 70s.
The 70s and 80s, he had the blue costume, and then I think right about 85, I think is when Frank Miller did the Dark Knight.
I'm 4 when this is happening, so that's exactly why you're linked to that.
So Frank Miller did the Dark Knight, and then after that, then Batman just became this very serious character, and they turned him into that's when they changed everything black on him. It's probably about 85, 86. But yeah, I like him.
Yeah, they come with a lot of. That was another one. Listen to a lot of big hitters who everyone had an opinion on that. But for me, that is still one of the best premium formats I've seen.
I love
that's
it.
An amazing.
And I don't care. People bitched about the armpit thing and the cloth on it.
I don't have an issue with mine. Mine was right. I think I was lucky with mine.
And mine has a little bit of a sag to it, but it's such a small issue compared to how great the piece is. I don't even notice it. It's just like, really?
Yeah.
People can nitpick so much sometimes that it's just.
The edition size pissed everyone off. The edition on both of them. I think if the Superman and a Batman, I agree with Alex. If they'd have been 500, they'd be a grail. They'd be that bullshit status that people think means something. That's what they'd have. But because they're 5,000 and 7,000, it's they're worthless. They're worth fuck all.
That's what happened with comics too. Back in the 70s and 80s, they started producing. When the X-Men got popular, and I stopped collecting comics, I'd say probably in the mid to early 90s, they had 10 or 12 different X-Men comics going at one time. you know. And whenever they do a crossover event, you would literally have to buy like 57 different issues from and it was just like, it's like, okay, this is just getting stupid now. I'm not going to do this anymore. And they've and even DC did that. They cut back with the 52. But when you get these huge edition sizes, you're just not going to have that type of, if it doesn't have that rarity, it's not going to have the same kind of value to it, and it won't for a long period of time. It's just not going to.
I think I had to make a decision. I had to sit back and say, you know what? Do I like the look of it? Do I care? And again, like I said before, it really comes down to what's important to you with your collectible. So anyone out there is thinking about getting into this sort of game, you got to think about that, because I believe if you put that order correct and you're true to yourself, you won't sell the piece. There won't be pieces coming in and out. And there's a lot of people that get things in, they're in for a month and then they're sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think if you're gonna keep the pieces, you're gonna keep them because they tick all the boxes that mean something to you. If they don't tick those boxes and you buy it because there's only 3 of them in the world, it never stays.
Yeah. I'm at that point now finally where I'm like, okay, there's nothing in my room. If I have to sell something that's it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be something that I don't want to let go.
Yeah.
I do buy stuff sometimes when it's stuff that I've considered buying, but then it comes up nice and cheap, and I'm like, I'm going to buy it. And basically, I'm going to buy it because I'm getting a deal, and also because I'm getting a deal. If I don't want it, I can sell it on. I do that sometimes.
Alex does a lot more of that. Alex will get in 7 pieces, and then 4 will go out. But there'll be the lower end stuff that he's looking to part with, but that's pretty much what I'm talking about, because I know obviously.
For example, I mean, I've bought a few pieces where I've had no intention of kind of keeping them at times where I bought them because I know someone who wants them to trade with something they've got. For example, that I want. So for example, I bought Leonidas exclusive for £200 because I knew someone who wanted it, and then when I got it in hand, I was like, yeah, I'm keeping that. Same with Gandalf, I bought that to trade, kept it.
That Leonidas is pretty damn special. I'm glad you kept it. It is a nice piece.
The Hellboy 1
exclusive is nice.
I bought the Hellboy 1 for like £130, and I bought it with the whole intention of trading it and selling it on. And then I got it, and I was like, actually, that's pretty good. I really do like that. And then it's my girlfriend's favourite piece. Same as the.
It's probably one of your favourites, Alex. In fairness, mate, that Hellboy is probably one of your favourite pieces. To be fair,
my favourite changes every day whenever I look at my collection. But also, I got the Ultron comic kit. I bought that to trade for a Conan Fury of the Beast, and got it in hand, and I'm like, actually, I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm really bad at like selling things on sometimes, but
for me, my top 5 never changes, or my top 10 never changes. Not at the moment. It used to a lot. It doesn't now.
My top
exactly what it is.
My top 25 don't change because I think that's where I'm at right now. So
yeah. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. I only have 14, dude.
I got 27 14, right now. I think. Yeah.
I've only got 14, man. You got like nearly double what I got, man. I've only got about 14, but they're 14 pieces I wouldn't sell, I wouldn't trade.
Yeah, never. I'm unless I needed a kidney or something, I'm planning on keeping. I'm planning on keeping all the ones I have right now. But like my
25, and then I got 2 coming next week.
What do you got coming
35.
next week?
I got the Darkman and the Dr. Zaius.
Did you get the exclusive Darkman?
No, I really wanted the exclusive, but yeah, I did actually really want it because
I think I saw one of those on eBay for $1,000 last week for the exclusive.
Wow,
that seemed a little high though.
Saw there was an exclusive not long ago, and it was listed on eBay I think 3 times, and it was literally I don't know in dollars like $350, and I just kind of. For some reason, I was a bit like,
Isn't it funny? You don't want it at the time, and then a couple of months down the road, you're like, God, I really wanted that piece. Why the hell didn't I buy it?
I think I even emailed the guy, and I was like, I'll give you £200 for it. And at the time, he was like, no, this is my minimum. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. And then recently I've read into it. I wanted it anyway. You know, I just thought to myself, I'll get it cheaper later. I read into it and realised how low the exclusive was, and I was just like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's always. That's what I do too. Is I see a piece and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, or because I stopped collecting comics probably mid '90s, so a lot of stuff has happened that I don't even know about. You know, I have that app where I can read Marvel U. I can read through all the old stuff, but like I saw what's she called, X-23.
Oh yeah.
I saw that comiquette that Sideshow did, and I'm like, I just really liked the face sculpt on it. And I didn't know anything about the character, so I started researching her, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. They only came out with like 350 of the exclusive. There's 750 of the regular. So, and nobody talks about this piece. No, I've never seen anyone post anything about it. They're rarely for sale on eBay. So of course, my dumbass goes on Facebook, and I put up a thing. And I put up a thing going, hey, does anybody know anything about this piece? And now everybody wants one. There's literally like 8 guys on my friends list trying to find one too. It's like, come on, man, what the hell, dude?
There's a lot of damaged ones out there for sale.
Yeah, whenever I see them, the claws were really delicate.
Whenever I see them for sale, they're always damaged. So.
But the face sculpt on it was just really unique. I really like the look of her. So, and the story behind her, I started kind of reading into what her history is and stuff, and then it's like, man, I should have picked that up back when I first saw it. Now I really want one.
Well, that's like, again, I mean, I bought a load of Lord of the Rings pieces, but they were the wetter pieces, and at that time as well, Darkman was for sale by the same guy, and I think that sold for like £230 or so at the time, and at the time I didn't want it. It was just one of those pieces I kind of like. Yeah, I do quite like it, but it looks really small. I don't think it's as small as it looks. Like when you see it in the pictures,
what's the size?
It's kind of crouched.
How big is it?
I think it's 18 inches, but because of the fact
it's quite crouched.
But when you look in pictures, I just assumed it was a lot smaller. I think when you get it in hand, it's going to be.
Dude, 18 inches is perfect.
Well,
I've got a real problem. I've got a real problem because Sideshow are making big pieces. The pieces are just getting bigger.
Oh God, Lobo's going to be 28 inches tall. What's he going to do? Nothing.
Well, I've got a nice detail ready for him. I've got a nice set. I'm ready. I'm ready to put that bad boy away.
That's going to take up a lot of that detail.
Yeah, it's going to take the whole thing.
Well, that's the thing with the detops is they're really good for the bigger pieces. I mean, as I say, I've got like the 6 pieces in the back there, all in detops. I'm going to probably buy another 2 to have the Mortal Kombat ninjas, the 3rd scale ninjas in there, and they really work. I mean, for the price as well. I mean, the detops are like 40 quid or whatever, 45 quid.
Yeah, £40 now.
They're like, for that price, for that size, you can like get two big pieces in there. So yeah.
Well, boys, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you because I need to get fed. What time is it?
It's 25.
It's getting pretty late for you guys.
Yeah. What time is it? What time?
25 to 12, and I need to have a shave.
Shit. Yeah, you fucking needed to shave before you came on the chat, dude.
Yeah.
Sort that beard out, you fucking Robinson Crusoe motherfucker.
Yeah.
You look like shipwreck, man. I haven't sent you a red fucking parcel or something.
Apparently I look rugged.
Yeah. You do look a little rugged. I'm not gonna lie. There's a bit of ruggedness going on. There's no doubt. But I'm gonna have to bounce, boys. So I'm gonna go eat some food with my wife.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be about time for me too.
Marcus, brother, it was an honor.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was a really great time.
Pleasure was all ours.
It was a good banner, man.
Next week.
I'm looking forward to getting you on again.
Yeah, I'll have some other reviews on here coming up pretty soon too. And if you guys ever want me on again, just hit me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
definitely, man. Definitely.
Right, you guys have a good night. Cheers.
Thanks. Take care, Marcus. Be good.
Bye, buddy. Take care.
Peace, brother.
Bye, everyone. Usual stuff. So by the time you probably do another chat, we'll probably have, I don't know, we'll have definitely over 1,000 subs then. So we got 995 last time I looked today. So yeah, great. Thanks to all our subs. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for all the support.
Love you all, man.
Thanks for all the sharing of the videos as well. That really helps. I guess that's a good, good few more subs. And this is why we do it as well. We do it because to get out to people, to help
It's great to get Marcus on, man. What a lovely guy, bro.
Yeah, no, really nice guy.
What a great guy. Definitely have
Really
to
nice
get him on
guy.
here again, brother. No doubt.
Well, he was commenting on our stuff for quite a while, didn't he? And his first piece, I believe, was the XM Hulk.
It was the XM Hulk. Yeah.
I remember he did his review then, and he was commenting from that moment as well. He's been commenting quite steadily. So yeah, he's thanks to him for that. So yeah, thanks everyone. Let's shoot off.
All right, brother.
Leave it there. I think we've done quite long today. Yeah.
I'll be chatting to you tomorrow anyway.
All right. Take care, guys. Peace.
Later on, bro. Peace.